first time
Woohoo!
ever.
Woo!
What is this game even? Who am I? Who are you? Why are we here? What? That's kind of almost what it feels like.
That's a little existential.
Yes, it is. Fair enough. How is everyone doing tonight?
Not too shabby.
I'm good.
Good. Doing good.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yes, indeed. So we've been off the air for longer than 2 weeks. Which is because there were things happening in real life, including a convention and a birthday and things that had to take precedence, and that's just life sometimes. But now we're all back, and so why don't we introduce the players as usual with Josh first.
Hey folks, Josh LaPointe. I'm playing Brainer, the half-elf sorcerer.
Hi guys, I am Jessica LaPointe, and I am playing Frida, the bloody demon slayer wolfkin.
I'm Chris. I play Soren, the not bloody, the not demon slayer, but perfectly ordinary human woodsman. Just a humble woodsman.
Sharpshooter extreme.
Yeah, that too.
Humble woodsman.
I mean, technically, he did kill a demon with 2 shots while just walking around in the woods. You're muted.
Just another day at work for Soren.
Yes.
I'm Mike B. Berthium, and I'm playing Celestial Passage, the humble druid who... Humble. I let everyone else prove me right.
Yes, of course. Indeed. So, shout out to Hellhag Productions for making the overlays. Very nice. And audience should be warned, this is a show rated R. The Forbidden Lands are cruel and unforgiving and cursed. This is fantasy western as if directed by Quentin Tarantino. There will be blood, there will be terrible people and terrible monsters, and maybe some light in there somewhere, depending on whether the adventurers bring it or not. No, yeah, she's just shaking her head. There we go. That's fair. Maybe someone else will have to bring it. Who knows? Maybe one of the shadow players. Anyhow, last session was a long time ago. We did have a short recap on chat, but I think the audience might want a short recap as well.
7 years ago, we had our last adventure.
It was 84 years ago. What's the meme? Should I do it? Should you?
The party started that game at our camp, getting together our resources because we were running a little low after having to abandon a few things on the other side of the mountain. After feeling ourselves adequately set up for the near future, we decided to follow the mountains until we found the entrance into a gully, at which we found we noticed a small camp near the mouth of it, which turned out to be the camp of another group that had been seeking the same location. They had abandoned one of their comrades, a poor drunkard who was drunk out of his wits the night before, rather than wait for him to wake up late at the crack of noon. But he helped us follow them in to find out that they were just a little bit ahead of us at the ruins of Weatherstone. First, we had to find our way across the muddy moat, which turned out to have a monster in it with a lot of tentacles and a lot of fury.
Tentacle attack.
As
a lot of
they
tentacles,
do.
a lot of fury. After navigating that, we found ourselves in the main hall after a little bit of Weatherstone itself, where we came across the good man Esker Farthing and his adventuring comrades,
In a
who
hole
he'd hired
filled with skeletons, we might add.
yes, to replace some of the adventurers that we had casually traveling with us at this point, because he had abandoned them as well.
He would never.
A little heated interaction took place where some of his people believed they were just trying to reclaim relics of faith and symbols of purity. Well, he was here to loot the place blind, but still has not admitted that openly.
just securing relics. Yes.
Yeah,
For the Rust
yeah,
Church. Yes. That's,
yeah,
that's the official version. Yes.
Yeah. Brother Farabald and I think it's Cordamar are up and up. The other two aren't.
Yeah. Apparently. Yeah. That seems to be the dynamic in Asgard's group.
Yeah. Basically, we decided we weren't going to trust this guy to randomly come across us from behind anywhere in here, or to leave him on his own. So we're adventuring as one giant party.
Yep.
Which led us to crossing through the air where a bridge used to connect two of the towers to keep the structure intact, where he tried to leave people behind again, but fortunately was preempted enough that he couldn't, because enough people had crossed before he could get there. Which led us to adventuring in the section we are currently.
Yes, a strange laboratory filled with pickled remains of people and whatnot. Apparently very useful for a necromancer, should one be available. Possibly. But as you opened another door, a horrifying scorpion beast launched against you. This thing made of body parts from various other creatures. Part scorpion, part lion, part human. An abomination, in short. An absolute abomination. And this thing is lunging towards you. So it is in fact initiative right away. That is where we start. So let's have some of that. Let's have some initiative here. Should I unpause the game perhaps so we can all get into that? Is it not working just because of that?
I used the original macro. I think that's the issue. I didn't drag the new one over.
But are you managing to get an initiative in there?
I will be. I just gotta find where I left it.
Fair enough. Oh, Frida got a 2. Lovely. Okay. Soren and Celestial. Draw initiative for the thing in question.
I already have the same initiative as a thing.
Aha. Oh, is it going for Soren? Go. And Thorin has an initiative too. Okay, we can begin combat. The thing is trying to move out of the debris towards you. But Frida, you go first. You see it coming.
I will move up towards it. Can I get to it and attack this turn?
You can not. You can get to square away from it because your move is still a slow action as you are limping from previous battle moves.
Okay, I will get to a square away from it, and then I will scream at it and roll an intimidation.
Okay. You cannot do that because intimidation is a slow action. You only have the one.
Oh, is it?
Per turn. Yeah. Anytime you roll.
Any skill check.
Yeah, any skill check, any die rolls is a slow action.
Okay.
So you basically have your fast action left, which is a parry.
That's part of why we were working on you charging, but I know it's been like a month and a half.
Yep. Yeah, it's true.
Okay, that's pretty much all I've got then. So I'll just hold off in case I need to parry.
Indeed. Yeah, Dindra, she will just stay out of the way and let Esgar go before her. So, yeah, that's fine for her. She'll probably move a little bit like so. There we go. Yeah, Cordomar is actually going to do that thing where you exchange initiative with someone else because you can't really see anyone else. So he'll shout to Esgard to go first. No, I couldn't do that. That's weird. Okay.
You started to do it and then changed it back.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you put Cordamar to 8 and then put him back to 4.
Ah, okay. So Asgar should have the 4. There we go. That means that Asgar will be able to move forwards. And he will do exactly what Frida did, except he can move fast. So his one move fast, and then it would take a second move to actually get up to the Scorpion Beast. But he's not that brave, so he will just stay there with his long sword in hand, ready to parry if he needs to. So that's basically his move. That brings us to Nindia. She's very happy to let other people charge. Nah, she's not a coward. She's gonna go into the room. Galame. He also feels like he needs to clear the room, right, to get other people a chance to get a clear shot and whatnot. Brennar, your turn.
Okay, I'm just going to actually move into the room.
Indeed.
And then that's basically it.
That's your fast action, though, because unlike Frida and Celestial, you are not limping.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's
you're
true.
not crippled
That's true.
like us.
All right. Well, let's see what options I have here, folks. 1 second. Yep, let's go with Old Faithful here, and I'm going to try and emulate.
Very good.
Just checking again. Yeah. 1 second, sorry. Sorry, just getting back in the swing of things here.
Yeah, we're all doing that. There we go. 2 points of damage to, oh, you have a, oil lamp, don't you?
Correct.
Yeah, so 3 points of damage to the thing. I don't, if I recall correctly, armor does not protect against that.
No.
There is some smoke coming out of its fur on the sides. It squeals a bit. Soren, your turn.
Right, I will move forward here. Let's see if I can. Oh, hey, I can see a thing.
Yes, you can. That means you can shoot a thing.
So yes, so I will shoot a thing. I'll shoot it as my fast action because I can run and shoot at the same time.
Yep. It's a miss.
I'm not going to push it. My bow is taking a beating. But I will shoot again as my slow action.
That is not a miss.
I will spend a willpower to ignore its armor.
You hit it somewhere in its snout, where it doesn't have as much carapace as in other places.
Okay. And I will spend a willpower to fire a third time.
Whoa! You are Legolasing this. That's another hit.
And I'll spend a willpower to ignore its armor on that.
2 arrows stick out from its body. It seems like such small sticks of wood compared to the bulk of this beast. And apparently you're slowly running out of arrows there. Oh no. That's not good. I guess Gallimay will have to share. If there is enough. Yeah, he still has some arrows. You're out, aren't you?
I am out.
Indeed, yeah. Gallimay will have to toss you some arrows next turn. Because you're good at that thing. Better than Gallimay. Celestial, your turn.
Okay, well, seeing Soren run out of arrows beside me, I will just quickly drop my D12 quiver there for him.
There we go.
And then take my
problem.
slow action to move into the room.
Solve that problem. Alright.
I get the feeling I'll need to be spending willpower in here sooner than shooting arrows out there.
I should have moved Gallimay a little bit further, but that's fine. Cordomar is moving both his actions as far as he can. He's not going to shoot this time because he just wants to clear shot, so that's going to happen next turn. Brother Ferribald, what is he going to do? Yeah. He is not much use in a fight, is he? What does he do? Yeah, he's just hanging back there. He's not much good in the fight. The scorpion beast thing will, in fact, charge against Frida or Esgar. Question is who? 1 to 3 it's Frida, and 4 to 6 it is Esgar. It's Esgar. That's 1 fast action, and then it will attack with a monster attack. Yes, this is a monster. Ooh, what is that? Whirlwind Attack. The beast lets its tail sweep against all adventurers within arm's length. Roll to hit on each with 8 base die and weapon damage of 2. All who are hit are also struck to the ground. I would argue that is that both? No, because only Esgar is close enough. You're still out of range for that food.
Yeah, if it had moved into the kitty corner,
yeah,
it'd be a different story.
So there we go. That will only be that 1 attack. Esgar.
Yay for being disabled.
I guess. That's a hit.
Use it to your advantage.
Exactly.
When I can.
He has some armor here, good old Esgar. And I did say that he would try to parry, so I'm going to do that. No, you can't parry that attack. You can dodge it, but not parry it. Yeah, that didn't work. Esgar is on the ground, and he has taken 2 points of damage as this thing has ripped through his chainmail, which means that I'm gonna have to put him on the ground. There we go. But the Scorpion Beast is not done with that, because it in fact moves twice. So now I'm going to move it into close combat with both of you and attack again. Because if it gets that same attack again, it didn't. Poison Fang. The Scorpion Beast's tail rattles like a cobra before it thrusts against an adventurer, stinging with its poison. I'll do the same thing again. 1 to 3, etc. This time it is in fact against Frida. Sting her. I guess it makes sense, right? Esgar is on the ground.
It says I can't dodge, but can I parry?
No, it has to say in the attack if you can parry. So.
Oh, okay.
You can't do either, actually.
Ew.
That's brutal. But I don't do any damage. Almost. You do suffer 1 point of damage, but you have armor, so let's see.
Shit, how did I do that?
Click on the armor thing on the sheet.
No, I kicked myself out of the map.
Oh.
I'm good, I'm back. I just clicked the wrong tab. Because I've got my sheet like right up the top of my screen where the map tabs are.
Misclicks will happen.
Yes, they will. Chainmail?
Roll that armor check. Yes. I think it's on your combat tab.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Chainmail.
Armor heading
Oh,
there.
and do I click? Okay, because there's like 3 different armors.
Yeah, the word armor with dice on it, I think, is what you need to do.
Oh, there we go. Sorry,
yes,
guys.
Yes, that's the one.
I don't think I've ever rolled armor for Frida before.
This is probably true, because she hasn't gone with a lot of armor. Oh, look at that. The armor saves her. And the ones can be ignored because it soaks up all the damage. There was only damage 1.
Yeah, because there's only 1.
Yes. So, in fact, you see that tail. It lashes out. It has swept the feet from under Esgar. He's fallen to his ground with a shout of pain. And then the tail just swings around and just stabs you right in the chest, but doesn't go through the chainmail.
Get my shield up fast enough.
Yeah. So,
Something.
no, it's fast, that thing. It's fast.
Yeah.
And that's the monster. So now, Frida, it's your turn. It's top of the round. You have all your actions.
I'm gonna murder it.
What? Not talk to it? Not
No.
just like
God,
that?
no.
Okay.
I don't have handle animal.
That's a good hit. Yes. All right. It does have some armor. It's carapace, of course. So we'll see if that can help at all. It cannot. You're that sword.
Malingar just slices through that shit like butter.
It does, and it shrieks in some pain with a good gash on the side there. That's your slow action. What do you want to do for your fast actions?
I'll keep. Not that parry's doing me much good, but I'll keep it to parry.
Yes. Dindra is still far back in the rear. She will move up a bit, but not much. Esgar has to get up on his feet, so that's what he's gonna do with his fast action. And with his slow action, he will attack the thing because it's there and it hurt him a lot. That's a hit. Oh, right, it's because I did an extra success there. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if the Scorpion Beast armor can help it. It cannot. That is 3 points of damage. He slices into the other side. You're basically tag teaming it, one from each side, and a lot of bloody ichor spills out on the floor. The beast is now very hurt and shrieks in pain.
We work very well together considering how annoying he is.
Apparently. Ninja will move up to the side. She won't be able to get into close combat this time. She has her scimitar and dagger out. She's trying to flank it somehow. Galame will take a shot. He does have his longbow. That's a hit. Not much of a hit, but a hit. Is everything helps, right? Another shaft sticks out from this beast, who's starting to look more and more like a pincushion. Brenner.
I'm going to move over towards Celestial and Frida, and I will save my. I got no willpower, guys, so kind of wet paper bag, and I really don't want to get in melee, so I'm going to stay here. If it's needed, I'll jump into melee. But
That's fair.
That is fair.
Actually, a shame you stopped over there.
Soren, then.
I will pick up the quiver of arrows, and I assume that's my fast action.
Yes.
And then I will fire.
All right. That's a hit.
Okay. Will not.
So far, it's. Are we using willpower to ignore armor here?
No.
Its armor has not helped at all so far. And it doesn't now either. It squeals and moves slowly back. Hit by hit, you're subjugating this thing.
Okay. I will spend a willpower for a second shot.
Very well. I'll move the marker back. That is another hit for 2 points. And that does it. You hit it where? Probably straight in the face?
Yeah, definitely. Like as it's son of a bitch. As it's kind of rearing back to take another swipe at people. As it's like rearing back, I'll catch it like right like in the throat, kind of where it meets the torso.
It claws at that final shaft and falls over. Destroyed, in fact.
And I'll just
So-
kind of nod at Celestial, still like, you know, the quiver is probably still on my feet. I probably just grabbed a couple of arrows and I'll just say, thank you. This is probably the only time Soren has ever said thank you.
That might well be the case. Yeah, so you're all standing around there and watching this thing as it has fallen. Esgar is kind of limping a bit. His legs took a beating there. But otherwise, Brother Fairbald will come in and ask, is everyone okay?
Looks like Esgar is the only one that suffered at the hands of the beast, fortunately.
Yeah, your friend here might need some healing, but otherwise we're fine.
Yes. Well, those wounds are beyond my capacity to do anything about, I'm afraid, says Brother Fairbald. But Rust has been with us. We must be grateful for that. It seems the sorcerer left creations behind, and he looks towards the remains of this big beast.
Well, I did see the vision that experiments had happened here, and that just goes to show that they were true.
Indeed. Indeed.
Hopefully either we find and close the rift that I also saw, or that's the extent of it.
Yeah,
So is this different than the tentacle-y things?
Same source, different creature.
Okay.
See, so now I'm confused. I mean, this creature that is a hodgepodge of different pieces is obviously the work of a sorcerer, and yet when we ran into Rust Brothers, who were the hodgepodge of different creatures with tentacle arms, they were okay?
Brother Faribault is looking at you, absolutely shocked. What are you saying?
I'm just confused. Like, how many animal parts do you need to have grafted onto your body before you're a sorcerous creature and no longer a brother?
Blasphemy!
That is a good question.
Blasphemy!
I mean, in all honesty, where do you draw the line?
No, it's completely different. The evil sorcerer created things.
Frida, not all branches of the Church of Rust, similar to your worship of Rust, are the same as the Rust Brothers' corruption.
Corruption? Says Brother Faribault, looking completely outraged. I would have you know.
I'm sorry, dear brother. I apologize that you take this askance in your faith, but we have been faced with agents of the Brotherhood that had tentacles and bear parts and other limbs that were unleashed against us.
The Iron Guard are blessed by rust.
So
they look like one of these.
No, that is blasphemy. No,
yes,
they are completely different.
Have you ever seen one of them?
Of course I have. They are our noblest champions.
With the full tentacle arms and everything?
They are our noblest champions. I myself have been to Hagler's house during... It was a noble experience. And I have seen the Rust Prince himself, Kartorda. Have you not seen him?
How many animal parts does he have?
No animal parts.
How many tentacles did he have?
No.
He has none. He's a walking monstrosity.
He is blessed with two faces. The god
that's better.
has given him faces on the front and on the back of his head as well. He is.
Yet I'm the demon.
No, this is blasphemy, I say. And Cordo Marsulam looks just as shocked and walks over to the Rust Brother in support. You do not understand, says the Rust Brother. This is a blessing of the gods. Yes.
Clearly.
Explain to us how...
The difference.
Yes, because from an outsider's perspective, because I don't follow Rust, I'm not a lay member. I'm not a member of the faithful at all. But from my perspective, the things that were done to this beast are very akin to the things I've seen on your blessed guard. Now, maybe there's things here I don't understand, and I'm willing to accept that may be the case. I've had nothing but those type of situations since starting on the adventurer's path here in these forbidden lands. But as it stands, and as my comrades are saying, all we can see is taint. That may not be the case, but that's all we can see, especially when members of your faith look at Frida and decry her as a demon, as a beast, as a monster, when she's a naturally occurring person.
Yeah.
I just had a thought, Celestial. Maybe it's an issue of consent?
Ooh.
The good brother is trying his level best here to just use his religious fervor to convince you, which, as you can see from his die roll, completely fails. You don't understand. The Rust Prince Kartorda, two faces. They see and know all, mirroring the dual nature of the prophet Zitera.
But how is that different? How is the deformity different than this creature?
He's the old guard, the god incarnate, the all-seeing guardians of all change, of all that comes and goes, the guide for travel.
Your version of Rust
and waking, between
does not look
death.
like my version of Rust.
Frida.
Kartorda makes the dead live on.
Soren is just going to nonchalantly just nonchalantly start whistling a jaunty tune and start looking through the room.
Yeah, Cordomar looks completely convinced by everything Faribald says. The others, you don't know. I mean, if you want to,
I know that Eskar and India are not, or Dendria are not on board with them. I don't need to look at them. It's a matter of the faithful versus everyone else going, no, you've kind of gone a little crazy, but you can't see it because you're so faithful.
Yeah, Faribald's outrage is just written all over his face, and there's just
And the more
smoldering...
angry he gets, the more amused Frida looks.
There's just smoldering animosity towards all of you, and
Brother
maybe
Faribald, I wish that I could be so strongly in my faith as you are here, that I could overlook things that make me ask questions. I'm glad that you have something that strong that holds your soul and your heart, but I have nothing but questions, and that's why I cannot serve your faith.
He's kind of, in a last-ditch attempt, he's kind of turning to Soren and just, you at least are human? Humans.
Oh, you barking up the wrong tree, love.
Yeah. Do not talk to me about the importance of gods unless you want to end up as dead as that creature over there.
Rust, protect us.
He can protect you. We'll see if he stops my arrows or not. Don't talk to me about your gods.
No, remember, Soren, one of the blessings of the rust, according to the church, is that the dead do not die.
Oh, hey.
Dead don't.
They don't.
Brother.
We bring them to Vond, where they will serve.
Oh god, I've almost been a zombie once. No thanks.
I'm sorry to say that perhaps this is what so many centuries of the blood mist have wrought.
We are the ones who walked the blood mist to deliver succor to all the villages of these lands. We are the ones who protected the people from the blood mist. We are the ones chosen by Rust to protect us from the ravages of the blood mist and to keep the demons at bay. All the work we do is to protect these lands from another demonic invasion, he says.
That's what we're here about, to prevent another demonic invasion.
Right, but how many body augmentations before you become another demon?
No, Frida. It's a different tact here. We're here to try and do what the Brotherhood claims they're here for, but we don't go into villages demanding they take the knee, or culling their population until they do. We don't engage in war for territory because our way is better than anyone who's come before them. We're here to try and stop the sorcerer.
Let's see if you can turn Faribald, or at least make him slightly more sympathetic. He's right now very.
I have enough speed about manipulation, but I have not yet.
Well, you can try to make the roll if you want.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I will.
Will Celestial be?
Oh my God!
Celestial might be the first druid to be able to talk down a Rust brother. I mean, it is a miraculous time, is it not, when the legends are walking these lands again? And I think it is, in fact, the conciliatory tone and the kindness and compassion of Celestial's voice that manages to calm Faribald so much that he will, in fact, nod and, well, it seems at least we have common purpose, if different understandings, he says.
And I thank all the gods for that common purpose, Rust included.
Yes, indeed, he says. And now he's actually casting a glance towards Frida, because he did hear you say that Frida also worships Rust. And
yes.
It's a glance. It's not a glance of disdain this time. It's like a desperate man clinging to his faith, and he's reaching out to the one person in your adventuring group that is also a faithful of Rust. for some kind of comfort, I guess. Which is probably weird for him. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance in his head right now.
Oh, absolutely. That's why we're here. I mean, we're here to do good works and hopefully free minds and hearts.
Enough of this babbling, anyway, says Esgar. We haven't secured this place yet, and the day is wearing on.
After you.
That's code for Esgar wants to find more treasure. I think
As they all
everybody's
start
up
to
there.
leave, I lean into Celestial and go, "Why'd you have to do that for? I was having fun."
Because we're not done here and we don't know what we're going to face, and I'd rather try and help the brother see the truth than have his eyes clouded and turn on us at a bad time.
That's fair.
Pick your battles.
Yep. The only, to make a long story short, as you're searching through, and Esgar is of course very, very fervent with searching through the debris around this place, there is not much of value here at all. It's just junk, broken urns, the remains of some kind of meals. It seems like the scorpion beast has eaten some kind of birds, maybe? It's kind of weird remains, though, because the bird, I mean, birds usually don't have skulls. But,
Maybe maybe the creatures are feeding on themselves.
that seems to be the only type of remains around here, and there's no coins, there's no, not much else. Well, yes, you do find, in fact, I'm gonna say this, you do find in this big pile of junk in the corner where the beast has dragged basically all its remains, and it's a sordid pile. It's a sordid pile. Esgar is searching through it, and there are, in fact, the remains of at least one person in there, skeletal by now. Must have been clean eaten. And in there is, in fact, a purse of some kind. And it contains, well, nothing, but on the actual arm of this skeletal person is a bronze bracelet. That's about it. Maybe it was a hapless adventurer.
Does it look like this this scorpion creature? Does it look like is its tail barbed, like it might have had like venom or something that we could maybe harvest?
It is a barbed tail. Yes, it's a scorpion tail.
Well, there might be a way to harvest some of its venom out of it.
You can definitely try. Survival roll, I would argue. Yeah, it's staring at you in death with a very human face. Look at that. I will allow you to harvest the stinger and the venom in it, which of course is potency, I believe it was 9. Yes, a paralyzing potency, paralyzing poison with potency 9. You'll have a dose of that. I'll give you 2 doses of that because you rolled 2 successes.
Does anybody actually know how to use this? I mean, I assume, like, I don't think an arrow would carry it. I don't know if we'd have to.
Don't
That's
ask.
an alchemy thing, not a craft.
Don't ask Dindria. I'll just leave it at that.
Then Raynar raises his hand.
She will not say anything, and she's definitely not trying to give anything away. Should I roll manipulation for her?
No, I'll give the poison sacks and the mechanism attached to it. Go like, here you go, Raynar.
Hey,
She just
conveniently,
kind of
I have
corrects her
poisoner.
Yep, you do have that now.
I'll make a mental note that, like regular animal parts can go to Celestial for his magic, and weird animal parts and toxins can go to Raynar for his magic.
Like it.
Brennar, as you're looking over this thing, or Celestial, would you care to make a lore check of it at all?
Sure.
Go ahead, Celestial.
Yeah, I'll push it. I hit my head earlier. I hit my head again, but apparently I smacked it better.
Nice job.
I know what I'm recovering next rest.
Exactly. Okay. I'll send you a message, sir.
I guess I better open exit max minimized.
I do like the minimize feature on Zoom.
Yeah. That was one more willpower than I needed to max back out. Because Brainar stopped too far away for me to conveniently just go, here, have some energy.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm glad to have confirmation of that part.
I think you might have suspected it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that went the wrong way.
Well, says Esgar with that bronze bracelet in his hand. I was meager pickings. I mean, shall we try to move on and see if we can find some actual relics?
Yeah, let's clear this place the hell out.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely.
Yeah, Celestial Passage will use his staff to boost himself back up to both feet after examining the body.
Yeah. The rest of this level or floor is in fact much the same. Empty storage rooms. Esgar will take point together with Frida probably.
Yes.
As
Since
per
I can get my
usual.
stupid character to move.
I'll activate the overview map, if you will.
Let's see if this works better.
As you continue
There we go.
up, you've
I'm good. I got something.
gotten through this particular tower here. That's where this demonic scorpion thing was.
Good old
And-
Stono weather.
Yes. And so your journey continues up towards the summit of this castle, along another set of stairs that lead to another tower up above. Many towers here. Let's have a look here. Yep, that looks like it should. So we are now in the next tower.
I should get popcorn while we were in the lobby.
Oh, it's all dark.
Horsemarks went out.
You don't have the
No, it's not
vision on the
completely
thing?
Nope.
It's
Sad
oh, I
vision.
do.
Yeah, for
Did you
some
preset
reason-
this map because
There we go.
token site doesn't apply if the token's down when you update it?
Yeah, I must have missed that.
I have minor vision, like I can see down the hall.
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
you're supposed to be able to. Yeah, it was just Brenner and Soren that I had forgotten to update for some reason. I'll do that right now so I don't forget that again. Because it bugs me when that happens. There. Otherwise, I never remember between sessions. All right, so Esgar and Frida, you're taking point. Moving forwards, you come through those doors there. So, who is the better scout here again? I think that's you don't get to use the spyglass this time, though, Celestial.
Yeah, that's what makes the head trauma so endearing. Because I'm down to a 4.
Maybe you're
Hey,
not the
there's
best
a
scout
room up
anymore.
there.
Who's the best scout? Better after.
I'm a 4.
Soren, I think.
Yeah, I've got a 5 currently.
Okay, then Soren should be the person to roll. Unless Galame is the person to roll, because he has more. Okay, I'll roll for Galame as properly. Because he doesn't suffer from head trauma.
That's better.
Yes. So you're moving forwards when Galame stops. Everyone? I hear something. It's coming from that direction, and it points towards the north. Lots of. This might be like a nest for birds, but there seems to be voices among them too, screaming voices of some
Oh
kind.
no. Harpies.
I take a deep breath in to try and get a smell. Do you want me to roll something?
I guess you can. Go ahead.
Would that be another scout or?
Yes.
Okay. Just to see if I recognize the smell of what's ahead of us, now that it's been pointed out to me.
You do not, clearly.
I will push that.
Oh? Let's hope you don't break yourself. Well,
Nope,
at least you
just
got a willpower
hurts.
point. You
Just hurts a little.
Oh, you must have put your nose into something on the ground.
God, that
just-
stinks.
Oh,
Didn't wipe down all the scorpion gunk.
exactly.
I'm gonna see if I can't sneak up to this this corner here and just kind of peek around that corner.
For sure. Want to roll stealth? Asgard is ready with this. Everybody's ready with their weapons, I'm assuming.
I got 1.
That works for now. Yeah, you're moving on light feet. Nothing seems to be stirring.
A couple of doors up here, but no creatures.
I need to.
There's a couple of doors that are like directly north though, so maybe behind those.
My scream window there locked up for a moment, so I had to update it.
Just tell me what door you want me to break down.
Galame will take position over there now that everybody's kind of. And Cordamar will do the same. As always, Dindria and Brother Faribald are in the back. Esgar will be right up there. Shall we bash the door down? Which door, by the way? There's like 3 of them.
4.
Yeah, those 2 on the north side are like double doors, basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, stick with the 4 and just make a comment about Escar not counting right.
Why don't we try the one to our?
The one to the left, because that would be directly north of
Yeah, that's what I
where
was thinking.
Galame heard this.
Yeah, he's kind of. All right. Still hobbling a little bit. But
Good.
he does
I mean-
what he does. India will be behind, and he kicks the door down after, of course, Galame and Cordamar gets into position. Bam! Into one side. Nothing. There's another door here, but just dirt here, otherwise, he says, with a loud voice.
Do you want to kick the next door down?
Sure.
Do you want to strike to kick it down, or?
No, you don't have to. These are old rickety things. If you are determined and just push them properly. This is a castle ruin.
Okay,
Hey,
Frida gives it a good shoulder check, and
Yeah,
You're not breaching an active fortress.
exactly.
yeah, well, you never know.
And inside, immediately, there is a flutter of
Lovely.
wings.
What a lovely space. Totally doesn't look like a monster lives in there.
No, not at all.
We've
And
got
there are
creatures.
creatures screaming and fluttering and flying around and going, ah, look, food!
Come at me, you vicious harpies.
And so, we go back into blood in the mud, as it were, and initiative, yet again. I'll add everyone, because that's what I do. Or I don't have to add everyone. I can add my tokens. How about that? And you add yours. Yeah, I think that's all of them.
Why did mine not... There we go. Look at that. Top of the order again.
There we go. Okay. Did I reset the initiative thing from last time?
Well, we did have some repeats from the last combat, but you might still need to reset it again.
I might need to, yes. Reset. There we go. Okay.
I have to find the right macro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just using the table.
So,
That's the initiative deck table under decks,
Nope. Initiative right underneath tables.
yeah.
underneath the core game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, the one that's out loose on its own. Brother Fairballed all over the place.
Yes, he's very active this time.
Must be that Russ Brother Fury.
Have I even opened? Okay. So he has an
Freaks
8.
them out when they know they share the same god as somebody they thought was a demon.
Exactly. That's like, oop. Oh, 8. You had a 1, he had an 8, and then there was a 1 there. Oh, Esgar. And then there is a 10. And then there is a 5. And a 6. And I guess the last one just goes to Soren is on 7, and then the last one goes to the Harpies, I guess. That's fine. So here we go. That means that, in fact, Esgar starts, and he will do what Esgar does. Rah! I'm gonna get you! So he rushes in there. Frida, your turn.
Oh, we both got a 1. Huh.
Yeah.
I will also rush in as far as I can get. And I will just roar.
Ah!
Yeah.
Your barbarian raw. Brennar.
Well, I'll go into the next room and see what the heck we're looking at.
Oh, harpies.
Nice. And Brainer's.
You
Yeah,
can use
just
another
as-
fast action to get into that room if you want, but then you're out of all actions.
Yeah, I'll take a fast action to go into the room. Will that let me? Yeah, I'll go here.
Cordomar will run after, because that's a good idea, so he'll end up there with both his actions and be able to shoot next turn. Celestial.
Wow, all that action. People running by.
Yep.
Guess I'll run my way in and stop by Brainar.
Have a fast action remaining there. Yeah, Dindra is never very keen on this violence things, as you might have been able to tell by now. Nindia will take a shortcut and open another door. get in there. Protect Cordomar, if nothing else. Soren.
I'm just gonna move up to the door so I can see slightly more, but not actually going into the room. And I will fire off as I move into position.
And that's a hit, in fact. You graze one of the harpies. It shrieks, of course.
Okay. And then my slow action, I will fire again.
That's another hit. One of the harpies goes down, but there's a flock of them.
And we ran.
We ran so far away.
Yes.
Thank you.
Harpies couldn't get away.
Brother Faribald is like with Dindria. That's what he usually does. Harpies. Let's see what they will do. Esgar and Frida has of course approached, so they are fast, these ones. I'm gonna say that they feel like, yeah, Esgar and Frida, they have these big metal sticks that are very hurtsy, so the flock will instead move towards Nindia and Cordomar, because they only have like puny sticks.
Oh, I was gonna say one of them's making out with Cordomar.
Which are probably less terrible to fight. Let's see what they do.
Harpies are not very good at tactics.
Not necessarily. A rain. Let's see now. What is it? Yes, it's a rain of rocks. The harpies throw rocks and other scrap items from above. All adventurers within near range suffer an attack using 6 base dice and weapon damage 1, which happens to be, yeah, that's Nindia and Cordomar and possibly Frida. Yeah, I'm gonna say Frida and Asgar, but not Brenar and Celestial. I'd say you're a bit too far away. So yeah, that's
High
4
five
attacks.
for medium range.
Say again? Yes.
High five for medium range.
Exactly. Cordomar. He takes damage. 1 point. He does have some leather armor that might help him. It does not. His leather armor is damaged by this hail of rocks coming at him. Oh, right. I need to change that there. Tears it right up. So yeah, he'll take that point of damage, basically. Ah! Right on the shoulder. Hurts a lot. How about Nindia? No, that was not at all what I was going to roll. It was the rain of rocks, not the armor. There we go.
Armor doesn't do her any good.
That just missed completely. Nindia
That's
is
a good
unscathed. Esgar will also be attacked by these rocks.
I was gonna say there's gonna be like 3 successes.
Oh, poor Esgar. I mean, he's not a nice fellow necessarily, but
Gonna happen to a nicer fella, actually.
Your
yeah, at least the chainmail works a little bit. Oof.
your
Oof.
monsters are.
Oh. He's almost down, you folks. Ugh.
Well, he's not
Takes a
down
lot
yet,
of
which
hits
means
in
I don't
his
feel
head.
obligated to heal him.
Yeah, he's takes a lot of hits to his head, and he's just bleeding everywhere right now. And Frida, that
Nothing.
is a miss.
Apparently, all the rocks they were throwing at me hit the other guy.
Exactly.
You raised your shield and they bounced off.
They
and
all
hit
bounced
Escar.
off.
Pretty
Hit
much.
Escar in the face.
Pretty much.
He was fine until that ricochet off the shield.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that means it's Galame's turn. And yeah, he's gonna move in there through the door that everybody else did, and that's his 2 fast actions, and then he's done. Esgar is up, and Esgar is in pain. and he will in fact try to hide from the harpies this time because he's had enough, and he's just gonna hide under his shield. That's what he does. Frida, your turn.
I will try and get close to a harpy, and I can't attack, can I?
No, you can't, because it's a slow action and so on. You're kind of limping around. These are so fast, these birds. And right
charge.
now, your leg injury is really getting in the way of reaching them, because they just move. They are literally really big birds. They're flying back and forth with their women's torsos. Yeah.
So I will try and catch up to one, and I will just scream, "Fight me like a real woman!"
Brennar, what do you do?
Alright, so...
There! Food! So much food!
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to the nearest one and attempt to hit it with my sword. Because I got 2 fast actions. Can I do that?
You don't get that close, actually. You get, with the first fast action, you get to near, and with the second, you get to arm's length. If you had a quarterstaff, you would be able to do that, but not with a sword. Yep,
okay,
that's
me.
That's the difference between those. Cordomar, of course, will take a shot because, you know, they're everywhere. That's a hit. They don't have any armor rating that is significant enough to deflect anything here. So that's another harpy falling to the ground. Celestial, your turn.
I have a staff, but my movement's slow to start with.
Yes. Now here the bow is really king.
Yeah, but that's why I gave our top archer my arrows for now.
Yep.
Galame might have some.
Yeah, Galame has a few. Cordomar hasn't actually rolled for his arrows, speaking of which.
Well, I'm gonna make my way over with Eskar.
Yeah, you get there with your slow action. Dinja and Brother
And I'll say,
Faribault-
"Protect me, you idiot!"
Yeah, exactly. Nindia is in fact in close range to these guys because they have been throwing rocks. No, they're actually doing it from above. So right now they can only be touched by arrows. So you'll have to imagine this being 3-dimension, and they're just up there. This is a large hall, by the way. The ceiling is quite far above you, and you can in fact it's not even intact as you look above and you see these harpies flying back and forth. There's plenty of holes in the ceiling, and just you can see out to the sky beyond. And surely they roost up there somewhere. In fact, Frida, right now you can feel the smell in this room, which is just horrible. You hardly have had a time to notice it, but it's there. So yeah, Ninja can just stand there with her scimitar and wave at them, and that's like the best she can do. I think she's gonna try to head underneath this area here, where there's a little bit of protection at least, and that's about what she can do. Soren, your turn.
So there's one here on Brainer and one over there by Frida.
Right now they are, say, about 3 or so meters above everyone else, and just dropping rocks down.
Yeah. Oh, interesting thing for Foundry. If you right click on the token, it'll pull up the little token HUD, and there's actually an altitude thing on the upper left.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, plus 3 meters.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's for everyone. So you're
Yep.
right. That's
but Brainer's a little bit squishier than Frida, so I will aim and then shoot the one near him.
very good.
Thanks, buddy.
Just don't fry me with any more of your goddamn spells.
It's the one benefit to not being able to give him willpower. He can't accidentally fry us too.
That's one.
That is one. You've hurt another harpy.
God damn it.
Brother Faribault is doing almost
So you
nothing.
can't
Harpies
not run
are
low
now
on arrows.
flying away from all of you and just out through the ceiling, the holes in the ceiling, just flutter of feathers. There's some blood stains. There's some feathers lying around your feet, and they're screaming, "Oh, they have pointy things! Pointy things! Ow! They have pointy things!"
Well said.
They fly up, and out of way from basically your out of they stay away from the holes in the ceiling now. You can't hit them with arrows anymore. You can hear them screaming outside. They have pointy things. They can do things. They can do things. Yes, yes. Will you do things? Will you do things? We can give you things if you give us things.
Okay.
Shiny things.
We like shiny things, don't we, Esker?
Yes. Yes, we do like shiny things. Damn. Flying beasts. Just shoot them all, he says. No, don't shoot them all. Shiny things. What do you do?
I'm gonna slap Esker upside the head. I mean, apply healing hands. I'm not going out of my way here. I'm just gonna use my 1+1. There, he can have 2 back.
You can have 2 back. He's just like looking at you and, thank you. That feels so much better. Much obliged, he says. Do you want shiny things?
Yes.
Yes.
Shiny things! We can show shiny things! You get us pointy thing!
You want pointy things for shiny things?
Yes, pointy thing! Or a babe! Or pointy thing!
We don't have a babe.
No, babe! We want babe or pointy thing!
We don't have the
Rita
babe
pulls
that
out
does
her
the
extra
magic.
sword. Her extra long sword. Do you mean like one of these?
Yes, not that one! Not that one, the other one! Up in tower, pointy thing! What? Says Esgar. That must be... I'm sure they're speaking of... the artifact, right?
What's the artifact supposed to be, Esgar?
King Algord's legendary sword Rustbite, of course.
You know, supposed to be that and maybe his rod of rulership.
Cordamar is looking at Esgar. We are not giving these creatures a holy artifact like that. And that's the end of it, isn't it? Brother's looking through the door, slightly peeking in there. And shaking his head, completely agreeing with Cordamar.
Why do you want the pointy thing?
No, we want it!
Why?
Because it's shiny.
Or... yes, it's shiny fine. Yes.
Oh, why don't you show us where the shiny things are down here, and then we'll go get the shiny thing up there for you.
No!
Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to search here and destroy whatever we find for a nest. Such a shame.
No!
And I'll just like kick over whatever looks like a nest.
Yeah, this place is a mess. And nothing down here on the floor necessarily looks like a nest, I have to say. It's a place, the roof, as I said, has collapsed in. This used to be a theater, probably. The galleries around that climb the inner walls seem to suggest that. It's just in the central area where the stage used to be. It's also collapsed under the weight of the falling roof. It's just absolutely covered with excrement. This must be basically a harpy toilet. And all sorts of remains of whatever they eat.
But I don't think whatever treasure's down here is worth looking for.
It's all sorts of animal parts and whatnot. You can see around there's these rafters that go up there. There are doors up there leading outside the tower, but that's about it.
Well, there's a door in the very north wall.
If it was that easy to get to wouldn't they have gotten it already?
Unless they can't go near it.
Or it's got a guardian beast.
We guard the treasure. We have the coins. We have the shiny bits. You don't get it unless you bring us pointy thing from tower.
Which tower?
The big one on top.
Why can't you get the pointy thing yourself?
Don't wanna.
I don't want to get it either.
Asgard's looking like, I'm okay with that. That's his glance to you right now.
So this is basically the top of this tower, correct? Or is there another layer to it?
Yeah, if I show you the overview map again, you can see it. So right now you are up here in that tower.
And there's the gallery level that's lies up with that.
And then, so yeah, up here is the ceiling, obviously, where they're flying around there. You can tell the shapes there. Those were not birds, by the way. Those were the harpies. So they would say on top here, which is up here, right? So yeah, you'd have to keep moving all the way to the summit.
All
right. There's nothing here.
No, I mean anything that's here is buried under so much harpy shit and stuff. It's not worth getting.
For once, Esgar agrees with you about treasure hunting. That doesn't happen often, but this time he does.
Let's go find a sword.
Yeah.
We are not giving that sword to the harpies. Says
No
Cordemar.
shit, Sherlock.
Tell us more about Rustbite.
Legendary sword. What is there to say? It
Tell us all about the legend.
cuts through armor like it was butter, as far as I know, says Asgar. It's called Rustbite for a reason, isn't it?
Was there ever a description of it?
No, not really.
Why is it that every artifact that we hear legends and stories about is always a sword? Why does nobody have a legendary bow?
Right?
Okay,
Oh.
Because when you get in somebody's face to kill them, they pay more attention.
so I just want it to be known that when I die, by all means, start spreading rumors about my bow.
You'd think a bow that like felled a general and ended an army would, also earn itself a legend.
And two-shot at a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes. So by all means, when I die, start spreading those stories about my bow.
We absolutely will, Soren, if we don't die first.
All right, it's a deal. If you guys die, I'll spread rumors about one of your things.
Cool.
Oil lamp. Oil lamp.
Oil
There
lamp.
you go.
Rainhurst
Legendary oil
lamp.
lamp. That's great. Yeah, Esgar will, as always, take point. He's now slightly refreshed from Celestial's kind administrations. And looks much more positively inclined towards this half-elf.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. And so you continue. The harpies are not bothering you anymore. You can hear they're screaming behind you, going, "Pointy thing! Get us the pointy thing! You get shiny things!" And as you get further march up along the tower there, you will get to a drawbridge. It's very much a drawbridge.
Is it drawn?
It's not gone. It's just raised on the other side of the ravine, which is a bit of a problem.
Yep.
You can reach it, possibly, if someone wants to take a leap of faith, if you will. A jump across the chasm could do it. And then we have to ask ourselves, who's brave enough to make that leap?
How far across does it look?
It's like before when you were down by the ravine. Plus or minus. So that would be 5-ish meters or so.
Oof.
And then you have to grab hold there. Mechanically, it's a successful move roll from one intrepid person.
Okay.
Lindia is looking around.
Yeah, it's a situation where it's like mechanically, non-mechanically, Deer Dash seems like it would work. Mechanically, not so much.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't really. Galame is kind of, well, I can try.
Hey,
we can tie a rope to you in case.
If no one else wants to, says
perhaps
Lindia.
perhaps Rust will guide the brother safely across.
The brother's just looking at you. Me? I
Sure.
can't jump that distance.
Quite literally a leap of faith, is it not?
I'm sure you can with the help and guidance of Rust.
I can walk through the blood mist. I cannot jump this distance. There's a difference.
I'm sure that you can do this. You just have to have faith, and I am going to try to manipulate him into making the jump.
This is.
Oh, wow.
I think it's time for you to get maybe an XP for a dark secret if you manage to do this, which is fine by me. But there we go. You did not manage to do this.
Yeah,
You're trying at least.
I'm going to push it.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
He's just looking at you and just. No, he says. I just no.
To be honest, I think Rust was protecting him because if he tried it, I was going to stick my foot out and trip him. So Rust was with him.
So what time of day is it right now, Miguel?
Let's see now. You got here in the afternoon, didn't you?
Yeah.
For some reason it's set to 10 p.m. I don't think it's that late at all. I think it's more like.
That's probably why I was asking.
Yeah, I think it's more like mid-afternoon, 3 or 4 or so.
It's like 8 or 10 webinars. We're like, well, let's just camp here and figure it out in the morning.
Yeah, no, because you had the morning, and I think you took all morning traveling to Weatherstone, right? And then
Yeah.
you had, did you have a meal? No, you didn't have a meal. Well, you ate something, but you
We
didn't.
ate on the go. Yeah.
we
we
had
ate on the go.
breakfast.
Yeah, you ate on the go. So it's going to be at 3 or 4 p.m. at this point. I would put. I mean, you've been exploring and things like that, right? So it's getting late. The sun is indeed low getting lower in the sky.
Do we have rope?
Yeah, we have rope because we used it down below and rope and chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
True.
I'll jump it. Somebody tie the rope to me.
I was about to ask, do we have any 5-meter long animals?
When you are offering, Galame and Dindria will say, no, old man. Both of them say this. You can't make that leap. And they are looking at each other, but maybe one of us can.
Oh, sweetie, the old man's more spry than he looks.
I'm dare to say that I'm more spry than the old man, says Dindria. I'm not appreciating this idea, but I can do it. Shall we toss a coin for it, Galame?
To be fair there, Dindri, you haven't actually done anything so far, so...
Very well, I'll try. She will do it. She moves back as far as she can to gather her speed, and then bum, runs and jumps into the void and pushes that roll.
Yeah.
And almost doesn't get over there, but then manages to hang on to with one hand, scraping her leather boots against the actual drawbridge. Grabs hold with the other hand, moves herself up. Just glances backwards to the rest of you, kind of white in her face, and then tips herself over to the other side.
I'm gonna yell out, did you want us to tie the rope onto you?
A bit late, isn't it? Yeah, she probably should have done that.
Frida can throw one side of the rope.
Oh, we don't need it once they find the drawbridge.
It does not take
mechanism.
long before you hear the rattling of the drawbridge coming down on the other side.
Does it look strong enough to hold Frida?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
solid wood.
Because nothing else in this place has so far.
I mean, every floor you've walked across has held you up. I mean, there have been holes in them for sure, and the drawbridge is no exception. But yeah, it'll creak and crack underneath you, but it'll hold you. And so you press onwards and inwards. Getting
Advance
past
forward.
the drawbridge, I'll move the tokens. You enter into an old curved room flanked by rows of spears and rusty swords along one wall and a number of viewing slits on the other. You can see again, like in that first great hall that you come into, corpses, skeletons, skeletal remains. Some sit on benches, some just lie on the floor. They're guards dressed in chainmails and helmets that are just as rusty as the weapons. They have fallen on their posts. In some of the rooms that you move through, there are skeletal remains in beds as well. If you want to grab rusty weapons, you could grab those.
Do any of them have quivers with arrows?
Yes, I'm gonna say that. And those arrows are just as rusty as everything else here.
That's fine.
If anyone wants to fill up their quiver, this is a good time to do so.
I will.
like Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
I'll give Celestial back his non-rusty arrows. There's a D8 of those left, and then I'll just take the rusty ones.
Yeah. This is a guard post. There's plenty, all the armor, weapons and armor. I don't think that any of the other adventures, like swords, spears, halberds, chainmails, not terribly interesting because very rusty.
I feel like at this point, if I picked up another weapon, Malgar might get insulted.
That could also be the case, yes.
I'll grab a spear just in case I run out of arrows.
That's fair.
We'll also take a spear.
I'm going to say that it has one bonus die less gear dice than usual because it's so rusty. But it'll do in a pinch. The sun is setting now as you are basically ready to scale that last tower.
Can we find a defensible room and take it in the morning?
You can do that, potentially, yeah.
That might be our best option, because just in case there's anything bad in there, we don't want to go in unprepared.
Isgar will agree.
I'm fine with that.
Dividing up the watches, then, I suppose.
Yeah, well, let's
don't
drop
have to
the
make a
drawbridge
set-
so they can't come at us from behind.
You don't have to make a make camp roll here. You can just go into one of the rooms and bar it fairly easily. Just wedge something under the door if you absolutely want to. This place is quiet as the grave, literally. The one thing to maybe watch out for could possibly be Esker and his group, but yeah.
And that's why Celestial Passage goes to sleep early, so he can be on watch tonight.
That's why, let's see now who is on watch from their group. That's why, Gordomar Sulam goes to bed early so he can be on watch tonight.
It's almost like they've been quietly warned that their allies might try and kill them too.
I suppose Dindria will take first watch for them and Gordomar second.
I'll rather than grabbing a spear, I'll grab a halberd.
Yeah, you can do that.
And oddly enough, to anybody that's paying attention, it looks like Soren actually knows what he's doing when he's selecting between the spear and the halberd and the pike and the various polearms.
It's like he knows his way around the shaft, and it's not just an arrow.
That's right.
Yeah, and as mentioned, it will have one less gear bonus than normal.
Yep, got it.
Yeah, and that allows you to exactly attack people at near range. Yeah. So the night then. Is Brennar still sleepless?
No, you get over that.
Oh, you got.
Yeah, I got
she
over
did.
that.
Yes, she did. Yeah, so this is in fact a quiet night. You can hear every once in a while the screams and tauntings of the harpies. Oh, they died! They died again! Adventurers always die. You think they're tasty? Can we find them? And not sometime.
Anybody ever eaten harpy stew?
Sometime.
It's like pigeon
just
stew.
after dusk, you can hear the
I can make it taste good.
fly around the buildings. I can't find them. I'm guessing you're barring the arrow slits as well.
Yeah.
It's not hard to avoid them, but they are flying out there, and then you hear the wings as they flutter away, possibly hunting for whatever game they can find somewhere else. It is a quiet night, and you all will, in fact, wake up rested on the 2nd of Springwain.
Such a nice evening.
Yes. It's a clear sky today. When the sun comes up. And anyone who took any type of damage from the fights yesterday is now... Yeah, all your attribute points are healed up. It was a nice long rest.
All of them or just one?
All of them, actually, yeah. Frida, yeah, exactly. Okay. Why were you down to 0 wits for some reason? I don't know.
Because I tried to put it back up to 2 and screwed
okay.
up how I
Typed the
put it
wrong
in.
way.
You
Clicked the wrong button.
That's
That's all.
When did
Right
you
click
I
versus
was not
left click.
broken. I just clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She woke up and went crazy.
Indeed. Everyone is.
Frida woke up
Morning,
grumpy.
Frida went crazy.
Is everyone gonna eat something this morning, or?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Esgar and the group have their own food, of course. And yes, Frida, you will have to, as always,
Roll 2.
roll twice. fine. Galame. Is out of food. That was his last meal. Well, he'll be fine for today.
Say Soren's running low on water.
Soren
Otherwise, it
out.
Seems like you're still.
That looks like that was the
right.
8, I think.
Well, Soren, yeah, Soren is lowering. Yeah, but otherwise you're all.
Yeah, I've got a D8 still.
Brainer seeing Galame's almost out. He gives him some fizz.
Oh, thank you. Says
I reduced it down to a D8.
Food a D6. Thank you very much. Much obliged, he says.
The rations are delicious because Frida cooks them.
Yes, indeed. Cold, but delicious.
The cold's the reason we don't get free empathy back from it
Yep.
anymore.
Exactly.
All the love's gone.
All
Yeah.
right, says Asgar. Gonna scale this place. He has his sword out. I'm ready. Shield on the arm. His grizzled half beard. All right.
Let's go.
I'm ready. You are.
Let us go.
Let's go.
Let's go murder something.
Up the stairs.
Don't look so intently at Eskar when you say that.
Up the stairs, indeed.
Hey, it's not my fault those rocks bounced off my shield onto his head.
Mm.
It's not like I did that on purpose or anything.
Sadly.
Just slightly. No?
Nope. Just a happy little coincidence.
You are making your way up through this tower. The top tower. The chambers up here are very much nicer equipped. As you move through these stone stairs, you get to places with rugs, with more paintings on the walls, with nicely equipped sofas and recliners. These were clearly living quarters for the castle's leaders and nobility. It's going to take you a good hour or so to search the lower levels of the tower, where you don't really find anything terribly interesting. Maybe a few trinkets from time gone by. An old bottle of expensive wine.
Oh, goody.
And a silver statue, which, of course, someone...
Eskar's gonna get slapped.
Yeah, Eskar's gonna get slapped. And you will also find a small chest with silver coins in it. There are some things up here. But not anything terribly impressive. No big treasure chest. No magic weapons. No dead king. And so you get to the top chamber. Made your way up all the way.
Now, what door did we come through?
You came through the stairwell
Oh, okay.
in the middle.
Couldn't see the stairwell because
Yeah, Brother
the
Fairbolt.
father was there.
He's down there with Dundria.
Sure he is.
She's getting a bit more assertive as you come up here. There must be a treasure around here, she says. And Asgard is you can see the glow in his eyes.
Oh dear.
The chest must be around here somewhere.
The gold lust has kicked in.
Nah. So, what will you do now?
Pick a door.
Yes, indeed. Pick a door.
Which door do you want me to kick down?
Asgard will go straight ahead. I
Yeah.
can kick
Of
down
course
this
he
one.
will.
This looks
Well,
like a
then
nice
open
door.
the door, Eskar.
This looks like a nice door. And India will be there. Dinner will be a little bit closer this time than usual, maybe. Brother Fairball bringing up the rear. You have your archers. And, yeah. And he kicks, bang, and leaps into the room. Sword at the ready, shield at the ready.
No, I don't hear any screams.
Nothing. Just a bed and
Random Wilhelm.
harp and some things.
Looks like an exotic animal hide, though, in front of the bed.
Yeah, well, animal hides, he says. What can I do with that?
Sell it?
I had to drag it all the way. Look,
Wrap
here's
it
this
around
Cordomar.
something
We're
more
not here to
valuable.
plunder.
Use it to protect a priceless relic.
Yes, that's why we're here, to protect priceless relics.
From the hands of opportunists.
Yes, exactly, says Cordomar. Oh,
Is that a bookshelf in the corner?
it is indeed, yes.
Yeah, Brainer's gonna go pokey around, see if there's anything of interest / usable.
You go smoke that pipe burner.
Yeah, there has been a lot of dripping from the ceiling here.
Water damage.
Yeah,
Yep.
They're all just kind of globs of parchment and paper by now. Not much in the way of use.
Treasure comes in many ways, including knowledge.
Indeed. You take that door then, Frida?
Sure. Frida busts it open.
Alright. Bam!
Ooh, skeleton in armor.
Yep.
I go investigate the skeleton in armor.
It is a skeleton in armor. It has, it's, a rusty broadsword, chainmail, large shield.
Hmm.
Okay. I just kind of do a once over of the room, see if there's anything else in there.
There is something else in there.
What do I find now?
Find some silver coins in a purse in one of the skeletons.
Okay.
While they're rummaging, I'm going to give a good listen. Because there's so many rooms off of this one.
Yep. Well, these aren't rooms just north of you there. They are, in fact, arrow slits and windows. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so they're just...
Didn't mark them correctly.
I was worried it's like, oh, there's so many rooms off of here.
No, there's,
It's like,
there's
oh, never
one
mind.
room off of there. To the east.
Yeah. I'll move over to where I would be listening. I ain't pushing that. Well, I just got my wits back. I don't hear anything.
Ginger will accompany you. Her blood is apparently up. Oh, why am I moving Frida? That's Frida's business to do.
No,
Frida's jumping through an arrow slit?
Apparently.
I'm surprised you can squeeze through.
I'm pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of that is
Yeah,
fur.
you can hear nothing.
True.
But if that is because there is nothing to hear, or because you just banged your ear against the door, I don't know.
Or my attention was split because Dintria started to get closer.
Yes, that might be the case too. She's
Listen
also
for
gonna
that
put
quiet
her ear
whisper.
against the door.
Yeah. Trying to listen for that quiet whisper of her pulling a knife out of a sheath.
She would never.
You believe that? I got a bridge I could sell you.
Her scouting is also terrible.
All right, Frida, whenever you're ready.
All right, next door.
Esgar wants to be in on the action.
Rawr. That's rawr.
Frida knocks the next door down.
Ding dong.
We are
Frida
seeing
calling.
Frida there. There we go. Bang!
Oh, this room looks more promising.
I move into the room.
Esgar follows,
Of course he does.
and there you see it. Dindra will also want to go in there. Everyone
will.
wants to go
A,
there.
Move
a
up.
magical weapon on the bed.
Yeah, okay, pause there.
Yeah.
Let me read.
Frida's
Let
like,
me
magical weapon.
describe. So that's a 4-poster bed that you can see there. It's moldy in here. Frida, you can feel the smell of perfume.
Over the mold?
Yeah, it's a mix, really. Whoever lived here was clearly an aristocrat. There are 2 suits of armor flanking this 4-poster bed.
Mm-hmm.
And that skeleton lying on the bed is the remains of a man in full plate armor with a helmet and a crown on the helmet.
Oh dear.
King Algarod of Alderland. On his chest
Let's hope he doesn't get up.
gloved hands. In one hand, he holds a large, beautifully crafted sword. The other holds a scepter with 3 tassels hanging down. As you've gone close now, Frida, you've just crossed the room in quick strides. There are several old portraits around here, and above the bed, it's a charcoal drawing of Algarod. And yeah, that's what's in here. And Esgar will, of course, I'm gonna unpause. Esgar will, of course, rush. Oh, look! It's the king and his sword!
Just wait. Don't touch anything yet. Please, for the love of all that is holy, don't touch anything yet.
Dindra seems as excited as Esgar. Cordomar kneels on the floor. Galaman, India will be flanking Soren, I guess. The
I'm
brother
safe
will
casting sense magic.
Yes,
the brother will
magic-y
make
people.
his way through the throng because he also wants to see the dead king.
Tell me if he's gonna rise again if we touch things.
Sense magic, you said.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's
You
why I'm
can
safe
sense
casting
any
it, so it's
magic
not
that
gonna make my
isn't
head explode that way.
obscured, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sword is magic. Most definitely. And so is, in fact, the scepter.
Yeah, I was hoping the scepter was because we were getting tired of that wild goose chase.
Mm.
What about the crown?
You can't sense anything
Yeah.
special from that.
Not what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, it
It's
might
a
still be. It
beautifully-
just
it's
might
a
be
beautiful
obscured.
crown, though. It's made of silver and quite beautifully.
But
crafted.
yeah, it's a silvered crown. It's not this crown we need.
Okay.
Look now, says Esgar. Here are the things. He will march up on the other side.
Celestial, which one do we need?
Does the sword have a
Esgar
gem
bends
crumble?
forward towards the sword.
I use my staff to poke him back.
That will probably require a roll here because he is now gripped by the lust.
Yeah.
Cordomar is saying, "What are you doing there, Esgar?" And Brother Faribald is also joining sort of the whole crowd here. "Have some respect, will you?" says Cordomar, and he's looking very angry. Why don't you roll? I know that you're not going to try to hurt Esgar at this
No.
moment, but still, a melee check is the closest we have to just sort of poke him away.
Yeah.
He will try to.
Yeah, because if your melee
Parry
doesn't
that,
work,
I
I'm going
guess.
to intimidate.
He'll try to parry that
Oh.
and still reach through. Because his blood is up.
Yeah.
He fails miserably.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going there, and somehow I guess he gets entangled in the 4-post bed. So when he's trying to shove your staff away, he just manages to entangle himself and doesn't reach the artifacts.
Don't touch the artifacts.
Do either of the artifacts have a gem on them?
Yeah, funny you should ask. The scepter does.
Yep, the scepter's the one we're really looking for.
Scepter's what we need. Okay. Do we want the sword? Should we take the sword?
Out of character,
here.
I'm sure we can trade the sword.
I am the one who's led everyone up here, says Asgar.
You're the one who's gotten almost everybody killed and left 10 Maris behind.
You wouldn't even know about this place if it weren't for me, he says.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
I got here first, still.
Reynard draws his sword.
Meanwhile, roll a scouting roll, anyone?
Yeah, I'm watching her
right
like
there.
a fucking hawk.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm pushing because of the situation. Oh, and I forgot to add my artifact die.
I am just making sure that
Second.
nobody is within stabbing distance of me back here at the door.
I mean, Galame and Nindia aren't terribly interested in any of this.
Since that was
I guess
pushed.
they go in anyway. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you're...
Like I said I forgot to roll it as I was hitting the push button.
That's
So
a fair point. So how many
So I have
successes do you
4
have?
successes.
4 successes. Yeah, so you can see that Dindra is kind of sneaking up and trying to grab... She's not reaching for the sword, though. She's going for the scepter.
I will grab the scepter before she can then, since it seems like it's the only thing that will win in that situation.
Yeah, you reach up and you grab the scepter. It is now in
You're
your
not
hand.
taking this, thief.
Why don't... Actually, let's see now. Do we have... She doesn't have... Yes, she does. Okay, I'm gonna have you and her roll initiative for this.
Oh.
To see who's faster. Because she does have lightning fast reflexes.
I'll spend a point of luck.
Didn't know that was a thing in this game.
Yeah, if only.
So she gets to draw 2 cards and pick the fastest one. That's a 5 and a 7. Okay, so she's moving on a 5. What are you moving on? It's not combat technically, but you know.
Ah, of course.
Yeah, she will.
I thought I'd at least get an edge where I'm doing it openly versus her trying to do it sneakily.
Yeah, she is when she sees that you're moving for it, she just like a snake and just grabs the scepter.
I'll still be crying out, "Don't take the scepter, you thief!"
She holds it now. Look at this. Look at it. She says, her eyes aglow.
Can I try to scare her into giving it back to Celestial?
You can try to, absolutely.
Yeah, because my next action is gonna be totally bear clawing her.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I will very much get in her face.
Yep. Go ahead and do
And
threatening.
roll to intimidate.
That's a success. She will try to incite that so she doesn't have to obey.
I'll go over to my talent page to get ready for Bear's Claw. Ooh!
That didn't work at all. So she's like,
Give it back,
Yeah, she
I will eat you.
She puts it down again, just completely intimidated by you. Wait a minute, you all back down now, says Esgar, because he's also threatening. This is not you. Who says that you get to call all the shots? So I will roll it's a might roll, isn't it? I think.
Yes.
So he's threatening right back. That didn't work very well.
No.
Anyone who wants to resist that with some insight?
Oh yeah.
My insight's not very good, but I will try.
good enough there, Soren.
Brennar succeeds. Celestial does not.
Where is insight?
It's under wits
You
and
say
wits.
that, but then.
But then, everybody resists Esgar. Yeah. Except for
I will push that.
Frida, apparently.
It's all right, Frida. We say we call the shots because we've been working together as a group when you've been trying to just take everything.
Yeah, I think
Frida
Frida's
just kind of backs up a little, like she didn't expect him to growl back.
Exactly. It's the first time anyone has done that to her. Really, it is.
Now
But
she's angry.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
interesting
dominant
thing,
game.
because I don't know how this is going to go, but where Frida failed, she either has to do what he says or physically attack him.
Yep. Well, he
Okay,
said back
I'll
up.
physically attack him.
Ah! Okay. This
Punch
will
to
end
the.
interestingly.
I'm not pulling a sword. I am swinging bare fist.
Then it is indeed time to add everyone to the initiative track, because blood will be spilt now, in one way or another, maybe.
I'll push. No, I don't want to push that.
No, don't break your arm.
I swing and I miss because I'm thrown off.
Well, it's yeah, exactly.
Save it for the real initiative track.
Okay. We'll see how. I mean, what is he gonna do about that?
Oh, frig me.
Reset it there.
I can't get an initiative to save my life. Good thing I haven't had to save my life.
Pretty much. Yeah. Frida, do you want to have an initiative thing there?
Yeah, I'm rolling now.
Okay.
6.
Soren, what is your view of
Soren
all
got a
this?
2.
I got a 2.
That's good.
So I am going to. Can I hold my turn?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can even exchange it for someone else by just shouting to them and giving them.
Hey, Soren, you want to exchange it to me?
You have to be in shouting range, basically.
No, I'm comfortable going first. I'm just gonna hold and see what happens. I do have my bow out.
Soren's target of opportunity is yet to be an opponent.
Mhm.
I'm gonna roll twice for Dindra, of course, because she's fast as lightning, and she needs that right now.
I can't accidentally hit the brother if he's not
2
involved in
is
the
going
fight.
to probably be what she needs. She might get a 1 though.
Screw off.
Nope. A 2 is it.
No, she has to take the 9 just because of that statement.
That's not how it works.
If only.
And
I know what talent I need
the
next.
fireball.
Jeez.
yeah, he's gonna accompany Celestial Witches. Not surprising at all. Yeah, so here we have the sort of the standoff. Dindria. So let's see now. Celestial is standing there, and she has put down the scepter. It's back down. Did she give it? She put it on the floor, right? If I
No,
remember.
I
she put
told her
back
to
on
give
the
it
bed.
back.
She okay. Well, give it back is back on the bed.
Yeah.
I think she will yank it again. No, she's still intimidated. She will not.
I'm gonna murder that bard.
She will, in fact, step away so that Frida, she doesn't get between Fia and Asgard. That's her goal right now.
That's a good idea.
Damn it. Now she's out of arm's reach.
Yes. Well, if she succeeds, right? I'll have to roll a move roll for her to not invite an attack on her, and that's terrible. So if anyone wants to attack her, you can.
Yeah, but that's non-magical, so not nearly as effective.
Is that a slow or fast?
That's free action, in fact.
Oh,
good.
I will so attack her on the way by.
Ah!
Yeah, like I'm not gonna bother I'm not gonna
think
bother
she's
throwing my
gonna
3
need to
dice at her when
dodge
I was
this.
planning on hitting her with my hand and exploding her.
Yeah, she'll need to dodge this, that's for sure.
So I will swing with Malagar on the way by.
Ah! And Maligard will... Well, it's just the simplest... Well, that's a hit.
As I said, it's totally Malagarn's point of view with that roll.
Yep.
It's a hit.
It's just one person. What do I care? She's gonna try to dodge that, of course, and she succeeds.
Now for Brainar.
It's because Frida's barely paying attention. She's going, ugh!
Yeah.
While she's watching, Edgar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so she managed to dodge that. Is there anyone else here who wants to attack her? Like Brennar or Celestial?
No. I'm gonna do something else instead. That's on my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm not going to bother with my staff because I was already gearing up to use my spell.
Yeah, so she stepped out of that.
I mean, I could still hit her from there with my staff anyway.
The tricky bit here is if she moves back into that range again, that's bad. So I'm putting her over here for now. Soren, what do you do? You're holding your action, you said before?
So I saw Frida. Frida's just like lashed out. I'm like, is it on yet?
It might be, but it might not be on with Faribald. That's the problem for you.
That's not a problem for me. I will kill him dead.
Shoot him in the back.
So I will continue just to wait to see if there's any other aggression towards my allies.
Yep.
And if there is, then I will unleash.
Yeah, Galame is kind of just standing there. And what is going on? Why are they... What? Could just... Yeah, he's not doing anything. Brenner, your turn.
Rainer picks up the staff.
The scepter?
The scepter?
Your staff?
Yep.
Oh, the scepter.
I'm picking up the scepter and says this belongs in the right hands.
Ooh, that scepter. A ruby fit into this artifact and 3 sort of metal tassels hanging down from it. And the moment you
Rust
hold it
weapon
in
in
your hand,
sorcerer's
Brennar,
hands.
you feel that power in you. And
What's this elf say?
and in fact, yeah, it's not speaking to you necessarily right now. I completely forgot that I should have given her an extra die for her insight check against your threatening there, but now it's done. Yeah, it's this is the scepter of a king. You can feel that much. That was your fast action. What's your slow action?
Slow action. I will. No, the sword's on the other side of the bed. It's closer to
The
Celestial.
sword is lying right in the middle of the bed, right on top
Yeah.
of.
Oh, they were like right next to each other?
Yeah. The one hand, it's like this. So one hand is the scepter and one hand is the sword.
Don't really want to grab the sword because yeah.
You grab the sword?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll make myself a huge target.
Interesting. You touch the sword. And at the moment you touch the cold steel of that sword, you hear a crackling noise. First a gloved finger moves.
Yeah.
And then another.
Yeah.
The corpse of King Algarod is being filled with unholy life. It just holds that sword sternly. You can't move it. And by the door, guys,
Yeah.
those behind you, Soren and Galame,
They start to get up.
yeah, they start to get up.
I was just rereading The Legend of Weatherstone and immediately went, oh no, oh dear God, no, if he touches the sword.
He touched the sword.
Yep.
Now it's on.
Yeah.
I saw the
But
king
that's not
start
the only
to
thing that
move.
happens here, because at the same time, an apparition materializes just next to the bed. It's an apparition of a
Oh.
woman.
Hopefully she's a speaking woman.
Hopefully. I'm going to add them to the initiative track.
Okay, then I guess they're not. It's gonna
They're
suck
not going to
so hard.
act this turn, mind you, or if they do.
Oh
they'll
my
later.
god.
Oh, that's bad for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get to move next turn. And the ghostly apparition moves after Brenner. Actually, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, Cordomar Sulam is standing there and watching all this and seeing that undead king rise, and just yeah, and shoots him right away. No thought, nothing else. Just shoot. I just have to double check to see if
I get that.
this
I totally
thing
get that reaction.
has a fear rating. It does not. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, so Cordomar will shoot. Strange that. At the king, of course. Everybody's surprised, eh? That's a hit. The king has armor. That does not absorb the damage.
It's as effective as their alien armor.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no... Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, that's exactly as effective as alien armor. We remember! He will reload. Esgar Farthing, he has had his eyes on Frida, who just hit him on the face. His instinct is to hit her back on the face, so he's gonna do that. But right now it's a fist fight, so he's not hitting with the blade, he's hitting with a pommel, if you will. So it's a melee check without the sword. That's how I'm gonna count it. He must step in, of course, to do that. So that's what he does. Bang! He hits
I
you.
will roll armor.
For sure. You can parry this too.
Oh, I can parry? I wasn't sure if I could.
Yeah, no, you can definitely do that. In fact, this is kind of like initiate card combat. But we've passed that now, because you have...
I parry 1 point.
Yeah. So you roll armor for the other one. Basically, you're in a bit of a fist fight with Esgar right now. Yeah, stay off my treasures, you! And your armor soaks it. That's Esgar and Frida, because yeah, you have a fast action left, or a slow action, because you haven't used your slow action yet.
I'm not worried about him at all. I now see the Lich King rising.
Yes.
And I'm gonna swing at the king laying on the bed and hope to stop the magical zombie.
Mm-hmm. That seems like a reasonable thing to do.
I will turn, swing, and look at Esgar before I turn and go, "You're not my problem right now."
That's a good hit.
Oh, nice hit.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, Maligarn
And
helps,
I'm going
doesn't it?
to use a point of willpower to ignore his armor.
Yeah, he is... he will most definitely... let's see now. He will most definitely use... No, he can't do that, because he's a monster. He can't parry. Yeah, okay.
We just took a sword.
You're ignoring his armor. 5 points of damage.
Yes.
Boom! Ah! It cuts deep into his body. That hurts a good deal. It's staggered. But not
Farthing
down.
is not my problem right now.
But not down yet. That was 5 points of damage, and it's not down yet. The apparition that appears, it's not attacking. Instead, it's speaking.
Oh, thank goodness. I hope.
Who are you to disturb my king's rest? She is a beautiful woman. Or was, maybe. What do you want here? She asks. That's what she does. I could possibly roll a manipulation roll to catch your attention, so you have to answer.
I was planning on trying to answer on my action anyway.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's what she does. Ninja is crouching with sword and dagger, but she's not gonna really do much. She is a bit confused and wants to see what's happening here. Brother Faribald, for once, does something in a fight. We have to put him to rest, he says. This blasphemy must die, and he closes in on the king with his dagger. That's his turn. Okay. Celestial, your turn.
Celestial will not taking his attention off the Death Knight on the bed, but he'll definitely still turn more towards the ghost. So basically, his back's to Frida. It's like we came to collect the scepter as we need the soul of the ancestor to try and seal a rift before Ziggafur's forces can renew their attack on these lands.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, that's about as far as you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll her.
Druid's honor.
Yep. Feel free to roll your insight. I'll send you a message.
Yeah. So say we seem to be of an accord.
That's about as far as you get. Because you were in the middle of all this mayhem.
Yeah. Great.
Now the Death Knight is a very fast thing. And in fact does get to move twice this turn.
Just after I give up my opportunity to banish undead.
So, yeah, exactly. So he will get to move on 9 as well. We'll have to remember that. Yeah, he will. He's a monster. So, also, by the way, behind you, Soren and Galame, where these two things have line, there are now 3 skeleton bodyguards standing up. That will also act at some point in this turn. It's getting messy here, isn't it? All right. So the Death Knight first, then. It will, in fact... Where did he go? It is a monster. It attacks with monster attacks. Powerful attack. In deathly silence, the Death Knight swings its weapon in a powerful attack against an adventurer. Yeah, that's gonna be bad. Since Faribald is the closest one and is actually trying to attack the king, he is going to suffer this attack. That's
I'm gonna parry it.
Gonna end poorly.
Yes, I can.
The attack can be parried, yes.
I'm going to spend a willpower to parry it with my shield abilities.
That's a good idea. Because wait, I forgot the artifact die. I will roll that extra.
So who did Frida just say from Big Ass Sword?
Faribald. Dang! Yeah, Maligarn meets Rustbite. Dang! And nothing happens because Frida just saved Faribault.
Guess it doesn't cut through weapons.
It doesn't. At least not your weapon.
Your weapon's special, remember?
It is special.
It is special.
She likes to remind me of that every time I try to eat something.
Meanwhile, out by Soren, things are happening, if you will. This skeletal guard is going to move up to Soren and attack.
When it starts to stand, I'll shoot it with my held action.
Feel free. It's going to be over there. You can shoot it.
Nice.
Now, you are using a pointed weapon against a skeleton. So yeah, you're shooting that arrow. It goes into the body of this thing. It does have some armor. It's very rusty armor, mind you. But it still protects some. So yeah, it's taking a hit. I'm gonna put the damage there, so for now, because I have so many different tokens for that one. It's just an arrow sticking out from through the chainmail and somewhere between the ribs. Skeletons are hard to hurt with arrows, it seems. So it will take that. Do you have more actions to shoot it with?
I do. I will shoot it with my slow action.
Galame will also be able to shoot it, because Galame also did not shoot last turn. I held action there. So you do more damage, and so does Galame. You're all. It's like it's becoming a pincushion really fast. It will have its armor. There we go. Against those two arrows, and the armor is in fact going down. It seems like. Yep. You're tearing up that armor fast and causing more damage to it. There we go. How many? Yeah, no, it's not down yet.
And I will spend a willpower to fire a third shot.
Okay. Just one arrow after the other into it. That's another hit. Now it only has an armor rating of 1. I just rolled the armor rating. No, there we go. So many arrows. Okay. Yeah, you've. It's so many arrows right now that are sticking out through different parts of this skeleton that it's getting hard to move for it. The shafts of the arrows are getting in the way of its arms, and has been slowed down, but it's not gone down yet. These things take a lot of pin cushioning to bring down, so it can in fact attack you, but it's weakened. So that's a good sign. It will attack with its rusty broadsword. So melee broadsword. There we go. Bang! It doesn't hit.
Whew.
That was a close one. It's very weakened, as you can tell. Dindria. What the hell is she gonna do? She is terrified of that Death Knight, I think. I'm gonna move backwards from it, holding her other action. Soren, your turn.
I will unlimber the halberd and then attack a skeleton.
Bang! Your bow goes on the ground. The halberd is produced. Turns out it was a good thing you had it. Bang!
3 damage, and it is an edged weapon.
Indeed. This thing has... Don't have any actions left. This is true. So it cannot, in fact, block that attack. It is an edged weapon. It only has that one armor rating left because you tore up that chainmail so much. Yeah, you bring down that thing from on top and right into it, just cleave everything. It's skeletal dust, chains, rusty chains falling all over the floor, the skull rattling down on the ground before your feet. That thing is gone and done.
And I'll go back. We got company out there.
Yeah, this thing is just dust now.
I give Soren a thumbs up while I'm lifting my holy symbol.
Galame is reloading and shooting at the next one, which will be, kind of futile, but better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, it's a hit, I guess. It will roll its armor. It's getting messy. And the armor doesn't hit, so that's another arrow sticking into a skeleton. Galame reloads. Galame is in fact a fast shooter, which means that... Yeah, okay. I mean, he can't shoot twice in a turn, though, so... Doesn't have enough.
That's the third level of the talent.
Yeah, he can just move out of the way, but where is he gonna move in this quarters?
He can go into the room with the Death Knight.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, no thanks. He's shot 2 arrows so far, and still has arrows left. All right. Onwards to Brennar now.
Scepter in hand, he's going to try and make his daring escape. No, I'm going to take my move action to get away from arm's length to near, and then I'm going to go towards the back of the room.
Yep. I'm going to rule that since this Death Knight is a monster, it doesn't get a free attack on you, I don't think. Does it?
Cool.
I don't know that it does. I think it's
not.
different because it's a monster, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah. Can anyone tell me? Yeah.
Totally preoccupied anyways, right?
Yeah, I would be, right? You are in that range, but I don't know. It's a retreat action. Does it
Free
get...
to just hurt it.
Let's see now. You are retreating. Plans brings you to near... you move, but your enemy gets a free attack on you. It doesn't say that monsters don't. Slash, stab, and punch. That doesn't count. And which you can't parry or dodge. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Which means that Dindra would have taken damage from Frida. Yeah. How much was that damage?
2.
Like
it was
2.
a base.
Ouch. Yeah, she hurts a lot. Okay. Yeah, I guess he gets a free attack on you. No, it's a monster. He can do all sorts of weird attacks, so I'm not going to count that. You move out of the way.
Okay.
There we go.
So yeah, I'm going to the back of the room.
Yeah. Yeah, feel free to take 2 moves then. Cordomar Salam keeps shooting at the Undead King. There's nothing else to it. He shot an arrow before. He's not running out yet. He'll shoot again. And miss completely. Let's see how many fast. He is a sharpshooter though. Okay, so he gets another D6 to try to hit. Which didn't work. Okay. Yeah, that's about it really for him. He's gonna reload his arrow again, of course, but that's what he does. He is in a frantic state. Esgar. Okay, Frida is not attacking him anymore. The king has risen. I guess Esgar will attack the king instead. He'll go up there and attack the king. See, he can do the good thing too, right?
Yeah, after he tries to punch me in the face.
Yes, after he tried to punch you in the face. That's a good attack though, folks. Esgar shows his strength finally. Shoves that longsword in there. The king. Armor. Helps a little bit. 4 points of damage. He's already taken damage.
Yeah, 5 for
Yeah,
me.
he had 5 from
Yeah.
Frida.
Exactly. I don't know why it didn't update on that. So that is
He's up to at least 9. I don't know if he actually took an arrow in the first round.
Yeah, he took 1, 5 from Malingar, and now 4 from Edgar.
Esgar is just swinging on this Death Knight and just right into the side, ripping him through the chainmail, and it's still not down.
And health is, wow, yeah.
Frida, you're not close enough right now to attack the Death Knight, to be honest. How are you gonna
I
get
should
to-
be.
Yeah,
I've been attacking it.
I guess.
I think Fairball just shoved in after
Yeah, something
you
like that.
after you had.
Maybe.
That's the positioning. That's the correct positioning.
Yeah,
Um,
it just didn't get
Hey, don't
updated.
move me. I'm still by the bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
okay.
you're talking to Ghost Lady.
So
Yeah, I was talking.
exactly. Attack
I
the
guess
thing.
I'll try to finish him off then.
Indeed.
And I will spend another willpower to ignore armor.
That will be 3 points of damage to the king.
Please tell me that's enough to finally take this thing down.
It is not. You are slicing through even more chainmail, and you have bits and pieces of the king, like ribs from his rib cage coming out. It's staggering. It is
Die,
not as
you
balanced as
fucker.
before, but it's not down.
God damn it.
Out
I need a way to attack again.
in the room, there is in fact a skeleton bodyguard type of thing that will close the distance, but as it does so, it cannot in fact attack because that would take 2 moves. The apparition.
Sorry,
Is-
I'm just trying to read something. I didn't mean to do that.
The apparition looks at. What was Celestial saying last? You were going to. There were so many things happening.
Because I talked about how we needed the scepter to seal the rift so that Ziggafur's forces can't resume their attack.
What does she say to that? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Oh, I have it on the wrong page. Dang it. Why did it get to... Yeah. Completely wrong adventure site for some reason. Oh, right. That's why. Sorry. Wrong tab. She looks at you. Who are you? What do you mean by the gem? Because you did say the gem, right?
Yeah, with the soul of the ancestor.
What do you mean by gem and soul of the ancestor? She's looking at you intently. I guess I can roll and manipulate to get you to speak.
Yeah, don't bother. She already failed to convince me. Everyone else might be.
she'll try. She can try, can't she?
There's a reason why I'm counting down to exploding.
She can try. Nindia is confused and doesn't really know. She will go out here and ask, "Can I help?" But obviously, someone else is. Yeah. Celestial will not be budged.
Nope. Now I know she's faking and just fishing for info.
Brother Faribald the Brave. No, he doesn't get to attack yet because at 9 it is in fact the Death Knight again. We remember.
Yeah.
And the Death Knight will attack again. We'll see what happens this time. Number 5. Crippling Cold. An unlucky adventurer stares directly into the horrible gaze of the Death Knight as a wheezing sound is heard from the creature's throat. Who is being attacked this time? Because right now you're all attacking it, except for Celestial. So I'm gonna roll No. I'm gonna roll D4 and include Celestial here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frida's number 1. Celestial is 2, 3 for Brother Faribald, and so on.
Oh dear.
Frida.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not happy with that result either, but at least you get to act this
That's
round.
poison with it's a paralyzing poison with potency 8. So now you have to roll endure, I believe.
Endurance?
Yes, and have more successes than the Crippling Cold. That shouldn't be too hard. Nope, it is not.
Frida has very good endurance.
Apparently, yes. Well, to his
It's
defense,
one
he
of
couldn't
my-
know that.
Skills!
So what happens is, you rolled better than the poison. So you get the limited effect. You take 1 point of damage to your agility. And that's it. Otherwise, you
Cool.
would have kept taking damage to your agility until you were down. Every
So I
time.
took a little bit of damage from the initial shock and then just kind of fought it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Cold, you're so cold. We are.
King
Brr.
Brother Faribald will attack with his knife. Bravely, foolishly, but nonetheless. And
fine, I
do
think-
nothing.
Rust has his back. He's good.
Rust has his back. He's good. Celestial, your turn.
Yeah.
Might be a rusty arrow.
Second, I've got to bring the spell I'm overcasting over into my spell list here, so I can just roll it.
Oh no!
Good luck, buddy.
So, Celestial Passage finishes lifting that holy symbol as he turns and bares his other open hand at the ghost and casts Purge Undead. And let's just say I mean it.
There will be a lot of power in the. Oh my god! Oh shoot! It's a mishap, but also.
It was a guaranteed mishap. I'm overcasting.
That Purge Undead. You're casting it at the ghost or the
Yeah,
okay,
at the ghost.
At the ghost. A wave of magical energy that you've summoned.
Ah!
Oh no! Someone witnesses your. I guess Esgar now knows that you are a powerful, powerful druid and is very impressed. Everyone in the room knows what you've done. That was literally the best mishap that could happen.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It really is.
Yep.
And you are just channeling all these energies into this apparition. And nothing happens.
It's not a ghost.
She's looking at you.
You can laugh all you want. The ruse failed.
You are powerful.
Do we have a
druid.
problem?
You are powerful. Oh yes, you are.
Be seeing you later.
That's what she says. She's not gone.
Yeah. We will be seeing you later, for real.
The other skeleton will do the same thing as the first one. Just close the distance. Can't attack yet. Top of the round! The Death Knight attacks yet again.
Gary Algarad.
Yes, indeed. It is an unholy roar. The Death Knight's decomposed skull contorts. An unnatural scream sounds from the dead throat. Everyone within near range is affected by a fear attack with 8 base dice. That will include Cordamar and I'm going to say Dindria, but not Brennar and India. No, not Cordamar and not Dindria, I'm sorry. But all the 4 of you who are standing next to him will definitely be affected.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt about that. So I'll start with Frida, because 1, 2, 3, 4, like before. And I roll terribly. As always. Fear is...
An empathy attack.
Yes.
Empathy?
So each success I roll causes 1 point of damage to your wits.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if there are talents that helps you actually resist this and soak it up,
Yep.
you don't have that. So you take a point of damage
I
to your wits.
do.
Oh, you do?
I have fearless.
Ah,
I
that
take
helps.
a point of empathy damage.
Wits.
Wits damage, I'm
Wits.
sorry.
Sorry, it's because my next level allows me to allocate it as I wish.
Ow.
And there comes the fear attack on Celestial. You will need that, Fearless. Wow. Well done. And since your wits is high anyway, he is a fearsome Death Knight for sure, King Elgarod.
Yeah.
But you have the power of the gods with you. They are standing you by. Poor brother... Oh, sorry. I'm going to roll for poor brother Faribald, who might not be fearless. But I
he got
failed the
lucky.
roll, so it's not a problem.
He got lucky.
Yes. Rust is with
Rust.
him, clearly. Esgar, though, he might not be. Yeah, he is... The wits thing isn't really what he does. I guess he's still in the fight, though, because he only took 1 point of damage to his wits. And that was the Death Knight. Dindria will, in fact, close up here. Wait, Brennar has the scepter, don't you?
Yeah.
I do. I've been waiting for it.
Here it comes. Sleight of hand.
She's already wounded, Brainard. You can take her.
Mouthful of fire.
Scouting.
That's,
for sleight of hand.
Scouting.
Yeah.
Pushing it.
Yep. You see it.
Can I do anything about it? It's a better question.
Aren't
That's
you
a-
holding the scepter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
at
holding
this
it.
point, it's going to be a might roll. So it's her might against yours, and her might.
That's gonna be funny.
because she's taken damage already.
I was gonna say it was terrible to start with.
Yes, it was terrible to start with. She failed.
Okay, old
miserably.
man.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
you fail
I'm gonna
anyway,
push.
but
She failed.
She failed
so-
anyway.
No, she failed. You
Okay.
don't have to push it. Soren, your turn.
So there's 2 skeleton bodyguards up here with me.
She's whispering. By the way, Brenna, she's whispering to you. I need that. Yeah, Soren, go ahead. Yes, there are 2 of them. Absolutely.
Okay, fast action to sweep his legs
Blump.
because the halberd has hook.
It does indeed. That's a success.
So if his strength is more than mine, I need 2 successes.
His strength is more than yours.
Yeah, mine's only 3.
Yeah.
That
wasn't strong enough. Ugh, you get stuck on that powerful undead leg.
I will push it actually. No, I won't. No. And then slow action to just attack him.
Okay. And that's a miss.
Son of a bitch. I will push that.
That is, in fact, a hit this time. Okay. I guess I will use a fast action to parry that. Why not? Did he take a point of damage yet? Yes, he did. So, like that. He parries one of the damages, so still takes 2. You,
Okay.
he does have his armor, which doesn't help. So yeah, that's it. It hurts him. You slash through the chainmail and rip out. You see some bone fragments. Part of the hip comes loose. Not enough for it to go down though.
That's me.
He's stuck in a corner. He wants to get out of there. He has nothing to fight with in that corner. He's gonna try and make a move roll to get into the room. But I'm gonna make a -1 because it's so packed with people here. He succeeds, which also means that the skeleton doesn't get to attack him. He just rolls and sort of, with his slender half-elven body, just sneaks between, rolls on the ground, and gets up and moves away to Cordamar, because that was too close for his comfort. Brennar, you're up.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with Golem right next to me. Immolate.
My precious.
Oh, you're immolating
Yep.
the bard?
Yep.
Oh.
Bard?
You have to say it with audible air quotes, though, Mikhail.
The bard.
So
If she survives this, yeah, I don't know. Probably won't.
If she survives this, I'll be damn impressed.
Oh my god!
Oh, jeez.
so basically, Brainer says no.
She burns horribly, terribly, and is
That's an empathy loss, isn't it?
dead. No, it's not, because
No.
we were self-defending.
Okay.
It wasn't a coup de grace at all. It was in the middle of a fight. She was not helpless in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I told you we both need cold-blooded.
But she screams horribly as she burns from inside. Like there's flames coming out of her mouth. It's the flesh
Great. She
crackles.
looked at the Ark of the Covenant.
When she falls over, it's basically gonna have a blackened skeleton left. That's what you did to her.
Rainer, I did not need that smell.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Cordamar will shoot again at.
It's not Brainer's fault. She
The undead
reinitialized
king.
hostilities.
Guys, if you're done having a barbecue in there, I'm fighting for my life.
Look at that hit, folks.
We've got a Death Knight and a not ghost.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Carry on.
The armor takes up one of the damages. But
But it punches
Cordomar's
a hole through
arrow
it at the
hits
same time.
the Death Knight right in the face, poof, splitting the skull in two, and the Death Knight falls over in a heap. Just so much damage has been done to his body that it just can't maintain its structural integrity anymore. It is
It's
down.
about time. That took like 20 damage.
Yep.
Almost.
That's gross.
Yeah, Death Knights are not easy. Nice. They are powerful undead.
That's super gross.
Esgar is looking at that and grabbing the sword.
Of course he is.
Ha! It's mine! It's mine! He says, and moves away to
Do
stand.
I get to attack him as he runs?
You're not close enough.
He wasn't an arm's length to you.
No. He's
He
on the
was
other
near,
side of the
but
bed.
not arm's length.
He's on the arm's length of Brother Fairbolt, who's no interest in attacking him. But you
Not
are
yet.
next. Now Esgar Farthing has Rustbite.
Do I want to let that asshole away with the sword?
No.
That's the question, isn't it?
Okay. I will
Just go to
chase
block the
after
door.
him.
There's only one exit.
Okay.
Go help for the skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will do your slow action, move across the room to get out there.
Yep.
Speaking of which,
You're
there's a
staying
skeleton
put, fucker.
who is going to attack poor Soren here. Though this particular skeleton has been quite damaged by Soren, and thus has a good deal less left to attack with.
Okay.
Which may, in fact,
Okay,
You say
Soren,
this.
I'm here now. I can parry him.
Oh, yay.
How does that parry work? Is that within Path of the Shield? Is that within?
Yes.
Yeah, near range. Yeah. You're absolutely fine. You can do that. So yeah, they are attacking. They do hit Soren, but you are in near range, so you can.
And
do
I
this.
didn't realize my Path of the Sword Fighter gives me an extra die when I parry.
It does. Oh, yes, indeed. But no Mulligan, because she doesn't like it.
Nope.
But it doesn't matter, because you are a very well trained swords fighter, and you do parry that sword coming in. It's like Soren is standing there, and just the sword is coming for him, and then cling just before it hits him. That's pretty.
I like to
epic,
think for the cinematics, I probably didn't even notice Frida was there until the sword intercepted it, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
actually. Pretty much.
British just like, I got this, buddy.
The apparition is standing there, defiantly looking at you, Celestial. I suppose we will meet again, she says, and dissolves.
See you soon.
Nindia!
Good. Tell us who that was.
No, Dindra is dead. It's supposed to be Nindia.
Asgar's gonna be too if he doesn't fuck off.
Nindia. Yeah, she needs to get
it's
through
coming.
there somehow. I'll roll a move roll and see if she can get past you and into position to actually fight the skeleton. Help out there. Since it is a tight squeeze, I'm gonna remove a die. Yeah, she doesn't get through. It's just too much movement, too many people blocking the way, so she can't get through for the moment. Brother Farable, Celestial, you can see him. He is kneeling over the dead king and just praying, basically, and saying, Rust, watch over you, fallen king. Your disgrace has ended. May you... and so on. So your turn, Celestial.
Celestial will look pointedly at Asgar and go, the sword is not yours. It's either a relic of rust and goes with the church, or it leaves otherwise, but it does not leave in your scabbard.
Ah, come and get it, he says. Clearly,
If you wish.
Believing strongly in his own metal and power. Yeah, the remaining skeleton there will try to attack Soren as well. So we'll see if that works. This time, this one is fresh.
I'm at a willpower.
So you can't parry?
I
Oh,
can
dear.
only parry on somebody else's turn with willpower.
That's a hit. But
Sorry,
luckily
Soren.
not a very strong hit. It's a rusty longsword, so it does 2 points of damage. You take 2 points of damage, Soren.
Well, if he gets in here, I can get over there to heal him eventually.
Yep.
Or he can just come over to me.
So it's a long sword for 2.
Yeah.
I drop.
Ah! That's not good. That means a critical injury. Let's hope this
Well,
is
I can commit overcast
Severed
suicide twice
finger.
in one day. No, severed. Never mind. Can't heal that.
Okay. Yeah, I will take the finger.
Yeah.
Ugh! You fall to the
That doesn't
ground.
bother your ability to shoot?
Oh
That
yeah.
would-
No,
that would.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Trust me, I fire a bow. Losing one finger is nothing.
No,
Yeah,
your
but it says
fingers-
two-handed weapons. cannot be
Two-handed
used.
weapons cannot be used.
So the halberd can't be used then, I guess? That's a weird result. Like, severed hand would be... Okay. Anyway, you are prone?
Yeah, that's the effects during the healing.
Yes.
So
this is-
until it's healed, I can't.
Yeah.
And it's a healing time of 5 days. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So that
Well,
means
then the-
if that's the case, Frida and I can now move normally because
Yeah.
we've long ago healed.
No, because those
Yeah.
are severed feet, and those healing times are permanent.
He has severed finger.
Yeah.
Oh, healing time.
time
Never
is 5
mind.
days. So after
Yeah.
that, he's fine.
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, the healing time for severed foot is permanent.
Yeah, it was the fact that there was still a time left on the severed foot, so I saw a die
Yeah,
roll.
because it's
Yeah.
lethal, right? So you might bleed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Or more sense, anyway. Okay, Dindra the Bard is dead, so I don't know why she's still on the track.
Oh, if you pick the right finger sword, you can have an assassin's hidden blade equipped to your arm now.
Oh, nice.
So, Galame. What will Galame do in this? Galame will... Can he shoot through there? No, I don't think so. He's stringing his bow again, but he's going to hold his action. Brennar.
And I say drop the sword, and I immolate the other one.
Oh, Esgar. Oh,
Makes
poor
my life
Esgar.
easier.
He's
got
not the
warned.
sharpest knife in the box.
Multiple
he might
times.
have forgotten the whole thing about Brennar, the sorcerer who can immolate people.
Forget the fact I healed him yesterday. What he just watched me.
He's holding this awesome, cool magic
Yeah.
sword. He's power tripping, basically. So
Well, when he turns to Brainer, I'm just gonna run in and like smack him in the back bed.
that is a lot of damage there. And you have that extra lamp, don't you? So it's actually a power level 4, I think.
No, it's only power level 3 because
Okay.
I'm running out of hands to hold things.
Okay. fair
Unless the
Yeah.
scepter helps.
Does he continue burning every turn? I think so. Or does he? Check
No,
that, please.
no.
Okay. Yeah, it hurts him a lot. Anyway, he's screaming in pain. Damn you!
actually, Sorry, you are right. It continues dealing 1 point of damage until he puts the fire out with a move roll.
Yeah,
Slow action.
He's gonna have to make a move roll. Cordamar is. They're right. Put the sword down. You vile heretic sacrilege. He's basically trying to manipulate. He's not ready to attack his old captain, but he's gonna try to manipulate him to drop the sword.
But his response to my confronting him on the sword really reinforced that he was here for profit, not to respect the relics.
Yeah, he fails miserably with this because he is like a bumbling person. Esgar, yeah, what can he even do here?
Move to put out the fire.
Yeah,
Attacking
yeah,
damage.
move to put
He
out
can
the
take
fire.
damage.
That's basically it. Ah! Screams in pain. Fails. I'll push that because he needs that now. And yes, he manages to put out the fire. And then he gets up on his feet again, I guess, because that's all he can do this turn. Which is a problem, because now it's Frida's turn. Frida has to decide if she's going to attack the skeleton or Esgar.
I can't attack Asgard in this turn. I have to move close enough to him.
That's a fair point. So you move
So
up
I'm
to...
just gonna attack the skeleton.
Yep.
Because
So a
it's
step
already
through.
attacked.
Yeah, a step through, standing over the fallen Soren, and attacking. Of course, since you have to move, that's a slow action for you. You can't attack, you can only parry now. That's the price of the limb.
I don't need to move to attack the skeleton.
Yes, because your weapon does not have near range.
And you're not at arm's length with
You
it.
have arm's length with a longsword. If you had a pole arm, you could attack it from this distance, but you cannot. So you have to get.
But you can move into cover sword and then.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're reaching really far, I guess. I'm not sure why they calibrated that, but that's how it works.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because I was able to parry for Soren.
Because you can reach into his square with
Yeah,
it. That's
you're-
why.
Yeah, that's you're reaching into his square and stopping it like just before his face gets eviscerated. That's pretty much what you do.
Okay. This
so you
moving
can reach.
as a slow
you can
action
reach.
thing is so annoying.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
It's meant to be.
It is meant to be. Nindia will also try to move in there. She has now she has to roll for it though, and again it's cramped. And tight squeeze, but she succeeds. But since she had to roll for it, it's a slow move, so she can't do a attack now. She does have ambidextrous, but I don't think she can use... No, it's... Well, she can use it as a fast action.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she can attack with her dagger at a -2. She will do that. Stab. It's a miss.
Swing's a swing.
Yeah. That was her. Brother Fairbold is still standing there by the fallen king. Celestial, your turn.
Moving being a slow action's a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Eskar, drop the sword now.
Roll manipulate. Yeah, I'll give you a bonus die for him being very hurt, by the way.
Well, let me roll that extra die.
Yes, please do. Well, you have a success. He
Yeah.
is trying to resist it with his one insight. He does it. He drops the sword. Clang! Ha! 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 The skeleton is still there. It will attack. But who? It has been
I'm
attacked
right in
with
front of
Ninja,
it.
so I guess it attacks Ninja. Are you out of
Yeah, I'm
Frida's
out of
still
willpower.
Ah,
So I
Frida's
can't
standing
parry.
over a victim. It might be trying to get at still too, though.
If it would like to attack me, because then I can parry it.
yeah, no, it's attacking Ninja because Ninja actually attacked it. Yeah, that's a brutal attack on Ninja, who cannot parry because she has done everything she could. So that would be 3 points of damage on her.
No armor?
Yeah, yes, she might have that. Nope, no armor.
Oh.
Ah, that is a critical injury, folks. She was brave.
Why'd
She
you...
No.
helped
Stupid
people,
brave.
but
What happens when the tank runs out of willpower?
oh
Oh no.
Not the toe!
Not the toe.
Not the toe.
It has chopped off a finger of Soren and a toe of Nindia.
It's collecting extremities.
She goes down.
Oh, it needs to be my turn again.
Ah,
Maybe
she's
it's trying to
in
build itself
pain.
a flesh body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go, Chris.
Ah, dear. Top of the round. Galame can't shoot at anything because Frida's in the way in the door. We'll wait. Brennar, your turn.
So do we really not like Edgar at this point still?
Oh, we don't trust him not to try and kill us to take the sword back later.
All right.
Yeah, but
So
he's defenseless at this point. He doesn't have
Yeah.
a sword anymore. He's
Yeah.
just standing there just...
Hubbo.
Shoo! He looks very upset, but not much he can do about that.
all right. I move up and
You can grab the sword. How many things do you have in your hands now?
now I got the scepter and mine. Let me just check here. Sec. Oh, I hate my dark secret. I pick up the sword.
That's right, you pick up the sword, you kleptomaniac.
Yes.
You pick up the sword. So I guess you got another XP, because Dark Secret.
Yep, because I want to see if it. Yeah.
If they'll work
It
together.
is a beautiful sword. It's mastercrafted. Your smith eyes look over this. It's fit for a king. There's no doubt about that in your mind. This sword, perfectly balanced, almost shines as you hold it. And it's like you have these sun reflexes in your face as you look at it. And it's powerful. It is magical. Oh yes, your sorcerer's hands knows power when it touches it. It's powerfully magical. Yeah, Cordamar, he will turn his attention towards the door, but much like Galames, not much he can do as long as Frida's standing there. Esgar is standing there. He fears Brennar at this point. He fears Celestial, who just did powerful magic against that apparition and apparently just was destroyed. Esgar can't tell the difference. And he's hurting very much. He's just trying to get himself into the wall, away from these two magic spell casting, witchcraft, sorcerers, half-elves. He's scared at this point.
Did he pass his move check last time?
He hasn't walked away from you. He's just trying. He's just.
No, whenever he was on fire.
Oh, when he was. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
Okay.
So he.
He pushed it to do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So he's just kind of standing there and just. So that means we have Frida. Now you finally get to chop a skeleton thing.
I'm gonna hopefully finish off the skelly.
Yep. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Did the skeleton parry anything yet? I don't think so.
Oh, just die.
We'll do that.
No, just die.
It
Do it,
is in
Skelly.
fact hit. 2 points of damage from Maligarn. Which means that it gets through all its armor rating. 1 point of damage. Yeah, this skeleton is a strong and formidable opponent, clearly.
It's getting on my nerves is what it's doing.
I can understand that. It is not down yet. And you're blocking the way, so other people can't attack it. Brother Fairbald will, in fact, come over and, for once, do something in this combat. He's looking at Farthing and shouting at him, You lowly, you mewling quim, you low creature, you defile the king's sword and this with your greed. And he will cast a spell to
Oh dear.
make Farthing scared. Really?
Or not.
Or not?
No, he still casts. It's just backlashed.
Yes, it is backlashed. Yeah, it's stirred the blood. You will recognize it.
Hopefully not on one of us.
No.
He's one of me.
Yeah, he was. Oh. Okay. Brother Fairbald gets.
Tentacles.
No.
No, because those are beneficial.
Shining red eyes, or not shining red eyes. They're just red eyes. His instead of brown eyes, he now has red eyes.
Now who's a demon?
In the color of the brother of the Rust god. Rust
You mean
is with
aside
him.
from Brainer?
Yeah, but Brynner's my demon.
Celestial, your turn. Esgar seems to be under control.
I'll take my slow action to get all the way over here. Me and my staff.
Oh yes, you do have a staff. Which is a good thing. The skeleton gets to do nothing because it has attacked and parried, hasn't it? No, it attacked last turn, didn't it?
Yeah, attack Ninja.
Yeah, so it gets to do an attack on Frida.
Good, I can parry something.
You can parry something. It will try to attack you with its rusty broadsword.
Let's see if it actually attacks first.
Yeah. That's a hit. Clang.
It's enough.
Clang. You can stand there forever. Speaking of which, Galame can't. There's too many people in the way. Brennar, what are you gonna do?
Well, at this point, we came here what we came for.
Yes.
Um,
You have all the treasures except the.
Can you
crown.
emulate a skeleton?
no willpower.
Oh,
I just burnt it trying to make sure we got our quest achievements.
We don't have all the treasure. The war chest is still reportedly here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Indeed.
there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna move towards the entranceway.
You fancy people and your ability to move and do other things.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fast move. You can do a slow thing as well, but I'm not sure what that would be.
Yep, and at that point, I just say, how you making out there?
can you just take care of this thing for me, please?
And
It
he's like,
won't
"Nope."
fuck off.
Yeah, Esker is not going to do anything. Frida, it's your turn.
Have you tried fucking it on and fucking it off again?
Not here.
There will be a sword duel between, unless you want to take a step. No, okay, you attack. Wow! Okay, Malagarn is sick and tired of this stuff.
Malagarn's more fed up than Frida.
Like, well, can you just kill this thing finally?
Malagarn's like,
It
I'm
will
done.
try
I
to
want to go kill the
bury me."
loser over there.
It will try. Oh God!
The sword doing having 3 of the 5 successes is
That's
totally like
5
Malagarn going,
points of
no,
damage
I'm
right
done.
It's like, I'm fed up with this. 5 points of damage. You tear through the chainmail, and yes, it just brunt right through chainmail, rib cage, hips, everything. You cleave it from top to bottom. Crunch, and there's just bone meal and skeletal parts and little pieces of chainmail left on the floor. And so endeth the combat. You are up in that tower of King Algarod. You have managed to conquer and prevail, having both a scepter and a sword. The king destroyed in his bed, crown still on his head, and his bodyguards turned to dust, and whatever that apparition was, it is gone for now.
I would like to go over and coup de grace farthing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's how we're gonna end this session?
That's how we're gonna end this session.
I say,
Frida goes
Celestial
over and
Passage
just
distracted.
stabs his cowering body.
'Cause
In the
she's
corner.
so and you know, no, wait. You're not gonna do that. You know what you're gonna do? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You destroyed a creature with Malagarn. You are going to be gripped by the rage of Malagarn. I think you're starting to recognize this by now. What does that mean?
Frida's gone bloodlust.
Yes.
And me busy healing Soren and India.
Yeah.
So I
and
walk over to the source of most of my
I'm gonna
rage.
tell you how this is gonna feel for you. So you have you broke an enemy with a sword. Roll for insight.
Okay.
Ugh.
My wits are
Almost makes me
damaged.
wish I was good enough with the sword.
Yeah, your witch is damaged. You fail. You go berserk. Ah! And that means page 73.
Sorry, Celestial.
You must immediately attack the nearest opponent in close combat and keep fighting until you are broken or all opponents within sight have been broken. I'm gonna count Esgar as an
Celestial's
opponent.
not my opponent.
No, Esgar is your opponent.
Yeah.
Escar is.
Yes, absolutely. Celestial is not. All opponents within sight. So you just turn around with Malagarn with the emerald shining right through that leather, and you just walk over with that limp of yours, and then just so roll for attack on Esgar, and this is not a coup de grace. You're gripped by this berserker rage, and he's like, no, and he's gonna try to dodge that, I guess. Really?
I can push it.
Yes, you can.
I probably would, because I'm berserk.
Yes, that makes sense.
Josh, you have a quick message there.
He is trying to dodge that and fails miserably, which also means that he needs to roll his armor now. Because you do damage on him.
And I have to keep doing damage until I'm broken.
Yeah. His armor soaks that. Bang! He's just, stop, I yield, he screams. He doesn't even have a longsword anymore, he only has his shield. You can attack again, I guess. Who is first in the turn, though? That's gonna be... Yeah, Asgard is actually first. He's gonna try to push you away with his shield. That's all he can do right now. He's gonna try to shove you. Can he shove you to the ground with his shield, though? I don't know if he can.
Not without a talent.
Not without a talent. Okay. Yeah, then he'll just hold his action so he can just parry your attacks.
I did another, 4 damage, I think.
Ah! How much? Where is it? There? Yeah, 4 damage. Yeah, he's going to use his shield and try to parry. He doesn't have... His strength is waning, though. Ugh!
Nope, not this time.
Not this time. Armor. That soaks 1 of the 4. That's 3 points of damage, and he is broken. Slashed him. Good. I will roll his critical injury.
It doesn't matter, he dies.
Apparently. Right through his throat. Arterial spray across
the white
wall
wolf.
and across you. And he just... and falls
Do
over.
I seem to come out of it now?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And
Frida's
so
just
ends
heaving.
the session with the brutal berserker murder of Esgar Farthing.
Frida just kind of looks up and goes, he was really annoying.
Well, on the bright side, I know that took long enough for me to heal both of them. Jesus.
Brother Faribald, Galame, and Cordomar Sulam are kind of staring at Frida in shock. But there you are. You are at the top of this tower, and that is really, ladies and gentlemen, where we'll have to call it for tonight. What a fight. You defeated King Algarod and met
Then
something
went
that
insane.
wasn't a ghost. And you have 2 new artifacts.
I don't know if I trust Brainerd to talk to the scepter first.
Yeah, we'll find out next time, I suppose. And this time it should be in 2 weeks. I think. I can't even think 2 weeks ahead. What's happening in 2 weeks? Is there anything else happening in this world?
Yeah, it's the 24th. Congrats. Yeah.
It should be good.
Okay. There we go then. Well, thank you for watching now or later. And yeah, I think things have turned. Again, no epilogue because, well, I actually recorded one, but I didn't record the sound, and it was too long anyway for playing straight after this, so. Anyhow, things are happening on the Shadow board, in the Shadow play, in the Forbidden Lands, but I'm afraid I can't share it at the moment. But
Alas.
it will materialize sooner or later.
But have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night,
Night,
everyone.
Thanks, everyone. See you.
Have a good night. Have a good Thanksgiving, folks.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
And screw Christopher Columbus. That guy's an ass.
Because that
There you
is
go.
what we are celebrating this weekend in Canada. That's what we do. All right.